How y'all doing? International Passport here again for yet another classic. How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Any issues? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. How's my audio? Can y'all hear me? Let me know right now. Can y'all hear me? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. That's what's up. Yes, we live. Awesome. Awesome. Let me tell you now, this stream is going to be a class. The haters know that brothers will not stop traveling. Brothers will keep traveling to meet foreign women. We don't care what y'all think. We got our passports. We good. Shout out to everyone in the chat. If you're new to my channel, I am International Passport. I speak about foreign women, crypto, stocks, encouraging brothers to get their passports. It's going to be a classic. If you are already a subscriber, appreciate the support. Shout out to Stephen Charles, Big Task, Bruno, Robert, Alfonso, and Charles Jones. Now, let's get straight into it. The topic for today is Western women shaming brothers for traveling for foreign women. Why is that? Recently I've been on YouTube. I'm seeing a lot more brothers traveling the world. And during this crisis, a lot of Black American brothers are going to Colombia, Brazil. I've seen the videos and they are having a great time. But I scroll down and I look in the comments and I see a couple haters, saying that, why are you traveling? Aren't the women in your country good enough for you? A lot of hate to brothers nowadays because brothers are breaking the matrix, right? Brothers are breaking the matrix. Brothers are seeing that the game is rigged. So guess what? They got their passports and they realize that the foreign women in Colombia, in Brazil, or whatever country abroad are treating them much better. And this is the problem in the Black community. The problem I have with the Black community is that they only want the Black man to be a certain type of Black man, right? And if you're not that certain type of Black man, they will not give you any play, but they expect you to be the guy to take leftovers. Y'all hear me, right? Am I lying? Let me repeat myself. The problem in the Black community is that the women expect you to be a certain type of Black man. But if you do not fall into that particular type of Black man, you are on standby. So essentially, they want you to grab the leftovers. But brothers are saying that and they're like, what? No way. I have value abroad. I get my passport and the women there are checking for me. Shout out to Stephen Charles' story of my life. I told you, man, a lot of brothers are experiencing this phenomenon. It's a phenomenon, you know? The particular type of Black dude, the thuggish type dude that so many of our sisters want, they go for them, but they want you to stay there to be the leftovers. So once they're pumped and dumped, they come to you, right? Once they give that man, the thug, 5 children and he leaves her, they come to you to pay the bills, to be the simp. Do you guys want to be simps? Put a 2 in the chat if you don't want to be a simp. Let me know who the simps are and who aren't the simps. If you're a simp watching this right now, get out of my live stream. I don't like simps. Put a 2 in the chat if you are not a simp. Shout out to DC, big also, yeah. Lots of truth to that. Facts, facts. This live stream, a lot of people, they're going to be exposed. We will not allow women in the West to shame brothers for traveling. You know, I was speaking to a woman a couple months ago, and I told her that, yeah, I have my passport to meet foreign women. I didn't lie to her. I didn't tell her that I travel for fun. I told her to specifically meet foreign women because foreign women, in my opinion, are a lot more better than Western women. And she told me that, you know, um, that's shameful. Can you believe that? You know, it's shameful to travel to meet better looking women, women who have better attitudes. It's shameful. We're gonna break it down in this live stream. Shout out to Charles Jones. I'm gonna put you on screen. That's a very small problem in the grand scheme of things as to what's wrong with the black diaspora. That's facts. 100% facts, Charles Jones. A lot of issues, a lot of ignorance in the black community. They're telling you, don't get your passports. The woman in your community is enough. Why can't you find a good girlfriend in your community? When the woman in my community in the West want a 6'8" dude, a guy who earns 500K a year, who's a director at 30, right? Who has gold chains, gold teeth, who can buy diamonds whenever he wants to. It's ridiculous. They expect the average black dude to be some guy who can buy anything, to be some millionaire. They expect you at the age of 22 to be earning six figures. Let me tell you this right now. Foreign women don't require that. I have not met a foreign woman to this day that told me, if you want to date me, you must earn six figures. But in the West, whoa, in the West, it seems like every other woman, that's a requirement for her. We're going to break it down in this live stream, you know. A lot of people, they're going to be exposed. You know, we're not playing no games here. We're not playing no games no more. We're getting our passports. We're traveling. We're going to meet beautiful foreign women. And it goes on to my next point. The fact that these Western black women think that brothers are only traveling to meet non-black women, as if black foreign women don't exist. How ignorant is that? Are you telling me that foreign black women do not exist? Crazy. You telling me that you know, I'm only traveling to meet non-black women? So what about women in Ghana? What about women in Ethiopia? What about black women in Germany? What about black women in Spain? Are they not foreign? It's crazy. You know, they want you to be in the matrix, brothers. Shout out to Charles Jones. I'm gonna put you on screen. They want to see us with precious. Hey, I remember that film. That film was awful. But anyways, they want to see us with precious or precious mum or bees sitting on their asses, collecting a welfare check. They see you with a foreign joint and they lose it. Facts. 100% facts. Charles Jones, you're going to have to call in later on. You speak in facts, brother. You speak in facts. They see you with a nice, slim, thick, feminine, foreign woman. They go crazy. Why not me? Why not me? Why not me? Why not me? Guess what? If you were feminine, maybe you would have got chose. If you had better requirements, If you respected men, maybe you would have got chose, you know? And I'm liking the fact that more brothers are getting their passports and filming their experiences and putting it on YouTube. Brothers are breaking out of the matrix. A lot of you educated black men, you smart black men in my streams, stop dealing with low value women. As soon as you get money in your life, as soon as you get that 6-figure job or that high 5-figure job, get your passports. Don't even waste your money on a Western woman. We're going to break it down. The hatred I'm seeing towards brothers who are expressing the interest of traveling, the whole world goes mad. The women in the black community are like, why are you doing that? What about the women here? There's plenty of smart, educated, PhD holding black women in the UK, in America. We don't care about that PhD stuff. How many times must we tell you? How many times? Brothers ain't checking for women who have PhD. They ain't checking for women who have masters. Brothers care more about femininity, class. Can she cook? Does she take care of herself? Is she hygienic? Then, of course, brothers would choose her over a PhD holding masculine woman. It's a joke out here. Don't shame me for traveling and don't shame other brothers for traveling. Shout out to Arian Drake. I'm going to put you on screen. Prefer beautiful black women, Eritrea and Brazil. They're very gorgeous. Facts. Are you telling me that black women in Brazil and black women in Colombia are not black women? Because it seems like the women in the West don't count them as black women. If you tell a Western black woman, I'm traveling to Brazil, I'm traveling to Colombia, I'm traveling to Venezuela to meet black women over there, they're going to be like, what? What about black women over here? It's crazy. Are you telling me that Western black women only matter? That brothers in the UK, in the West, and in the Canada, in the United States can't travel to meet other black women? Where the hell did that come from? It's crazy. We're going to break it down in this stream. Charles Jones again. I'm meeting foreign Becky's. Charles Jones, if that's your taste, that's your taste, brother. As long as they're feminine, they have class, and it's all good, brother. Don't let anyone shame you for your preference. It's crazy. I got my passport, a couple years now, and women in my community, they're showing their true colors. They're starting to show their true colors. It means that they want men to be subservient to them. They want to date the top tier men, and then once they're dumped by them, they want to come to you so you can simp for them. They essentially want you to be their backup plans. But I'm telling you, once you get your passport, all that stuff doesn't even apply. All that stuff that, I have a PhD, I have a master's, that doesn't apply. Shout out to Alfonso Davis. The most beautiful women are in the Caribbean and in South America. Facts. Facts. Beautiful black women at that too. But according to Western black women, if you're traveling to meet black women in the Caribbean and South America, it means that, oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. 2021, we're not letting women tell us how to live anymore. It's as simple as that. Ever since brothers are getting their passports, people are showing their true colors. It just tells me that they want brothers to be under their thumb. They want to deal with the high tier brothers, and then once they're pumped and dumped by them, they come to you. You know? We breaking it down in this stream tonight. We letting everyone know that brother is not going to take that nonsense anymore. We letting them know that brothers have their passports, they're good, and they can meet any woman in the world that they want to. That they're not confined to the women in their community. We will not allow any shaming towards any brothers who have their passports. Brothers will get their passports and go to Asia, go to Africa, go to the Caribbean, go to South America and get dime foreign women. SYSBM indeed. Shout out to the Duke, SYSBM. Yeah, we repping that. We repping that. Save yourself, black man. Save yourself, black men. You know? It's crazy. Getting my passport has opened my eyes a lot. That a lot of you men, you're in the matrix. Let me repeat myself. A lot of you dudes are in the matrix. Once you travel, you break out of that matrix. And it's all by design. I'm telling you, it's all by design. A lot of you dudes are drooling over women who have been pumped and dumped for a couple years now. And you want to wife that? Hey, shout out to DC Big Oso. Yeah, we cannot sleep on the beautiful woman of Cape Verde. 100%. A lot of beautiful black women over there in Cape Verde. Shit, I might just travel there myself. I love me a foreign black woman. Let me repeat myself to you, to the haters who think that me and other brothers just date non-black women. I love me a foreign black woman. I've met black women from the Caribbean and they are feminine as hell. My type of black woman, you know? Foreign black woman over Western black woman all day. Foreign black women are better than US black women all day. Caribbean black women are better than United States black women any day. I'm going to tell you that now, brothers. For the black American brothers in the chat right now, if you want a foreign black woman, head down to the Caribbean, South America, and find your wife there. Find your girlfriend there too. Whatever you want. A lot of y'all, you're in the matrix. Once I got my passport, I broke out the matrix. I honestly don't even pay any attention to the women in my community in this country. I really don't. I got my passport. They come after me. You know, I'm on the dating apps, and you guys should see the likes I get online. It's crazy. All the women from London liking my pictures. Man, I don't give a damn. I want foreign women to be liking my pictures, not Western women. You know? It's crazy. Ever since I broke out the matrix, it's going smooth. And all it took was getting my passport. Shout out to Miles Ridder. I got to disagree with you on the Caribbean women. If they have any influences here, they're just as bad as Jamaica. Facts. But guess what? No one's telling brothers to date Caribbean women in America. Miles Ridder, Where did I say today Caribbean women in America? I'm telling brothers to get their passports, go out there to the Caribbean and get a black woman there and potentially move to the Caribbean, right? I always tell brothers, if you're from the UK, if you're from Canada, if you're from America, make sure you have a business, you earn good money in your high paying job, save up, use the currency of your home country, and live like a king in the Caribbean because the dollar goes very far in the Caribbean or in South America or Asia. Yeah, okay, brothers, right? No one's telling you, brothers, to date women in America because I know for a fact that if a foreign woman moves to America, she will become poisoned by all the influences around her. Other women will be poisoning her mind, telling her, "Why are you so feminine? Damn, you treat your man like that? Are you his slave?" That is what they will be telling your foreign woman in America and the UK too. I encourage brothers, if you're that serious about marrying long term relationships, move abroad. Set yourself up in your home country. Earn money in your home country because the currency goes far in the Caribbean, in South America, right? You're breaking it down. Shout out to Conrad Grant. I'm gonna put you on screen, brother. I'm investing in stocks and I have my own business. There you go. That's the true SYSBM message right there. Stocks, crypto, business in your homeland. Earn that American currency. Spend that American currency in the Caribbean. Live like a king over there. We breaking it down. Guys, 40 of you right here in the chat, hit the like button. I want to see 40 likes on this video right now. Hit the like button. Give me 40 likes in this video. Hit the like button. I'm giving you guys mad game. We breaking it down tonight. Hit the like button. Give me 40 likes right now. 40 of you guys here right now, hit the like button. I want to see 40 likes. In the meantime, I will read more comments in the chat. Shout out to my new username. Heading to Japan for woman wise, getting tired of these girls trying to act like men too hard in America. I heard Asian women are more feminine. Good point, brother. I suggest you watch my previous live stream that I did 2 days ago. For me, it's all about culture. And I feel like Asian women, especially in Japan, they have a more feminine culture over there. And if you're going to Japan, 2 weeks ago, I did a video for brothers in terms of what to expect when you go to Japan. So watch that video. That gives you mad game. But yeah, Japanese women are feminine as hell. You know, I actually there's quite a few in London in the UK, and wow, they're feminine. I've actually dealt with a few. I've taken them out, and they ooze femininity. They really draw you into them, brothers. I'm telling you. I had one. I took her out to a bar, and she was so feminine. Oh, a lot of you brothers, you're missing out. I'm telling you, but she's feminine in the UK. Imagine how feminine she is in her home country in Japan. Oh, get your passport, brothers. Get your passports. I want to see 40 likes. In the meantime, Charles Jones again with another good comment. I'm gonna put you on screen, bro. Dating in America is something I simply don't do anymore. I don't go club, go to the bars, etc. When I'm abroad, completely different story. Facts. Facts. Same here, bro. I'm in the UK too. I don't go clubbing that much anymore, you know? Because the whole point of going to clubs and bars is to meet women. I ain't trying to meet Western women. I'm trying to meet foreign women. I ain't buying no Western woman a drink. Hell no. And let me tell you guys a story, right? If you watch my Germany video, I tell you guys that I was in Germany and I went to the bar, I sat down, and a random beautiful woman bought me a drink. The first time ever in my life a woman has randomly bought me a drink, and that was in Germany. In the UK, that would never happen. In the US, that would never happen. You see, there's a different mind state between Western women and foreign women, especially in the English Western society. The way they think is very different to it's very different than foreign women and how they think. You know, shout out to Awakened King. Thoughts on Chinese women? I'm not into Japanese women at all. I'm more into Japanese women, bro. There's a video I did last month. Um, it was the crypto stocks live stream. A brother there broke down Chinese women, so go and check that video out. For me, it's mostly Japanese women, secondly Korean women, Filipino women, Cambodian women. Those, in my opinion, are the best good-looking Asian women. Now, let me get back to it. Shaming. You know, the matrix is very strong in the Western societies. There's a matrix there, in my opinion. The matrix is that they want to keep men from gaining any knowledge about traveling. They want you guys to keep dating low value women who don't provide any value in your lives whatsoever. Women who can't even cook. Women who can't even cook. Can you believe it? How can you not even cook? Man, I was dating one Western chick a couple years ago before I got my passport. She couldn't even cook, brothers. She couldn't even cook. But I travel and they're cooking for me in my hotel room, brothers. I go to a place, she's cooking for me. But in English Western countries, a lot of women can't even cook. How is that normal? And a lot of you brothers think that's fine. You give them a pass for that. You allow her to keep ordering takeaways, and then you wonder why she's overweight. You wonder why she's not slim thick. I keep hearing that brothers want slim thick woman, but you allow your woman to order takeaways continually. You can't cook, can't even cook pasta. Burns the pasta in the pot. Come on, man. Come on, man. What's going on? How can you be that comfortable in saying that you don't know how to cook? And for me, that was a breaking point. I got my passport now. So I don't deal with women who can't cook anymore. If you can't cook, you are low value to me. Get out of my life. We breaking it down. Shout out to Big Task ATA and ATH AND. Can't even boil water. Facts, bro. Facts. And Fanzo Davis, my foreign woman cooks for me and feeds me. That's what I'm talking about. You know? And brothers, there's nothing wrong with cooking for your foreign woman too. You know, appreciate her and let her appreciate you. Reciprocate that energy, because I don't want to see brothers mistreating foreign women. You know, once you get the foreign woman you're after, please don't cheat on her Don't mistreat her. That's your girl. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see brothers sleeping around with um, you know, different foreign women in different countries. Don't cheat on her, because it's very rare that woman that a woman can cook for you nowadays. You know, don't mistreat any foreign woman. Once you find a good chick, that's your girl. Love her. You know, this ain't America where it's okay sleeping around. F that. Shout out to Miles Riddler. I'm gonna put you on blast. Don't forget cleaning also. My Brazilian woman, she cooks, she cleans. I don't touch the kitchen. I don't do anything other than run the franchise. That's what's up. That's what's up. What do you mean by run the franchise, bro? Is that your business, bro? Let me know. So we're not gonna take that anymore. That shaming, that talking about why are you traveling to meet foreign women. It's my passport. It's my passport. It's my life, my body, my mind. I do what I want with my passport. How about you learn how to cook? Because brothers, we're not going to take that no more. We're not. That shaming, that telling me that there's good black women here in the UK. Nah, I'm gonna meet a dime foreign black woman abroad. Black women in the US and the UK are not the end all be all. That's what annoys me. It's like these women believe that they are the only black women that matter. That is not the case. There's black women in Brazil, there's black women in Colombia, there's black women in Puerto Rico, all over the world, and they're feminine. They cook, they clean, they fix you a nice plate. Shout out to Jack Hove. With all due respect, as high valued males, we shouldn't pay attention to female gossip and banter. The moment we entertain these conversations like this is what pessimistic women want. You're right about that half and half, but I gotta let brothers know what the deal is online right now. You know, I gotta give the knowledge to brothers. It's good to know people who are mad at you for traveling, just for traveling. Brothers should be aware. But shout out to Jack Hove. Um, Charles Jones, I'm on blast again. Nah, there are good women in the US and the UK. The thing is this, there are better options abroad. Facts. Facts. Let me tell you this, right? Never generalize. He's right about that. There are good women in the US and the UK. But the problem with that is they become easily influenced by culture, by society, by her other female friends. If she sees her female friend dating a dude who is really high value and she has high requirements, she will copy her friend. I've seen it. I've seen one girl talk about she wants a 6'5" dude, um, gold chain, six figures, Mercedes car, and her female friends copy that. And her female friends used to be feminine. That's the problem. Yes, they are good women in the US and the UK, but they are easily influenced by culture, by other women. Why do you think feminism is spreading so much? Why do you think WAP is such a big thing? And I'm, I might do a live stream on WAP because that just ruined the whole Western woman mentality for me. That whole WAP nonsense. We're gonna break it down in this live stream. Um, Jack Hove again. I have noticed many American black women from New Jersey, New York area tend to call and generalize many black men as colorists for dating white women or having a preference for white women. See, that's a problem. Why are you telling black men who to date and who to not date? We're not controlling who you should date, you know? It's always a problem, colorless, you only like light skinned women. So what? Preference. It is a joke nowadays. What if the light skinned woman herself is checking for a dark skinned brother? But there's no problem with that, you know. It's all blame the black man. It's a joke nowadays. Get your passport, brothers. Speaking facts, my brother, especially here in California. Hey, Conrad Grant, what's happening in California? Are they checking for brothers over there in California, bro? You know, I'll be opening up the lines in 10 minutes time. If you guys want to call in, let me know. Let's speak on this particular topic. In the meantime, guys, hit the like button. I'm also on Twitter as well, and I want to use that a lot more. I do like Twitter. I think it's a good place to spread the word around. So follow me on Twitter. If you have any questions, let me know on Twitter, and I will get back to you. Here's my Twitter account on the screen. Any questions you have, hit me up on Twitter, DM me, follow me on Twitter, and I'll get back to you. We're breaking it down, you know. I will not be shamed for traveling. Nah, you're not gonna shame me. I got my passport. I'm good. You know. How about you change your mentality? If you're saying more brothers um, leaving, getting their passports to meet foreign women, maybe the problem's you. Maybe become more feminine. Maybe learn how to cook. You know, it's never their problem. It's always brothers' problems. Oh, black men are leaving us. We're leaving one group of black women for another group of black women. We're not gonna um, allow any shaming towards us. We got our passports. We good. Again, guys, hit the like button. Um, hit the like button, guys. I'm gonna be open up. I will open up the phone lines for you to call in. Um, there's just been a lot of nonsense happening in the UK. I'm tired of it, you know, and I know brothers in the US feel the same. It's just a lot of nonsense. Attacking brothers for very minimal things. I ain't going. We're not gonna allow that, you know. No more. Hey, shout out to Charles Jones again. Also, if I need to run game, I don't want her. I don't sell beep. I'm not a fertilizer salesman. Yeah, man. A lot of you brothers, you talk about game. You need game to get her. You have no game. What guys? Come on. You don't even need game to get foreign women abroad. You don't even need game. Brothers going to classes to learn how to speak to women, to learn how to approach women, um, to to try and be a smooth talker, a salesman talker, to get a Western woman. You don't need that abroad. You're wasting your time. Why do you have to speak like you're a politician to get Western women? How did it get that bad? It's a joke nowadays. Shout out to Charles Jones for that comment. Very true. Brothers, man, you got brothers in the UK telling me, oh, I need to make my game more better. Game. Man, get out of here, man. Get your passport. You don't need that game nonsense. Yeah, you gotta know how to smooth talk a woman, be like a politician. What? Are you for real? Are you for real? Conrad Grant. The women here in California are very materialistic and entitled. If you're not making six figures plus and have the fancy car and home, then you're not relevant at all. Bro, get out of California. Get out of California. Get out. California is a different state. It's possibly the worst state in America, in to think about it, to get women. Get out of California. That's my advice to you. I know for a fact there are states in America where brothers are checked on heavy. Apparently, Arizona is a hotspot for brothers in America. Is that true? Question to you, brothers: is Arizona a hotspot for brothers to get foreign women? I'm hearing that a lot. Arizona. Apparently, brothers are being checked on heavy in Arizona. Colorado too, but Arizona specifically. Let me know about Arizona. I might go out there. Is Arizona a place for brothers to get dime woman? Let me know, brothers. Speak to me about Arizona. I'm hearing good stuff about Arizona for some reason. If you want to get a good looking woman, no one's telling you to wife them, but just to have fun with. Arizona is a place to be. Is that true? Damn. El Selector, that's the bro. Hey, bro, El Selector, call in. Call in 5 minutes time, yeah. I'm gonna need you on this call. Shout out to El Selector. Arizona is a hotspot. I have heard. Been around chicks from the side. Whew. Arizona is a red state. I wouldn't think Arizona is a place to meet women. Um, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't matter if a woman is left wing or right wing. If she likes you, she likes you. And a lot of these right wing women are checking for brothers. I see it in the UK too. You know, Women who come from very conservative backgrounds are checking for brothers. If you're a brother who wears a suit, who looks serious, it doesn't matter if the woman is left wing or right wing. In my opinion, I prefer conservative women. I feel like liberal women are a bit cuckoo. Not all, but those far left, weirdos, purple hair, green hair wearing women, they're not for me, by the way. Let's see. Same, yeah, I've heard about Colorado. I've heard big time about Colorado. Colorado, Arizona, potentially Minnesota. Um, where else? Houston is also a good spot for brothers. Um, where else? Some parts of California. I've heard the Bay Area could be. A place for good brothers. Um, let's see. What have I heard? New York, God no. Hey, Jack Hove, what are you talking about, bro? What's going on? Hey, Conrad Grant, follow me on Twitter and DM me on Twitter or Instagram. Any inquiries you have about stocks, crypto, foreign women, let me know. Let me know. Here's my Twitter account. Follow me on Twitter. I'll let you know. Okay, let's see. Hold on, Jack Hove. Let me put my Twitter on blast first. So, guys, any questions? Follow me on Twitter, DM me on Twitter, and I'll get back to you. I'm on Instagram as well, but Twitter, I want to use that a lot more. Shout out to Jack Hove. 87% of white women said they dated black men or would date a black man based off a survey at Rutgers. Post a link to that, Jack Hove. That's quite high. Brothers who like white women, I'm guessing that's good for them. Me, I don't care about race. If she's feminine, can she cook? Classy. Do she have her own money? Does she clean? That's the one. That's the qualities I look for in women. Doesn't matter about her race. Is she a God-fearing Christian? Then yeah, doesn't matter what race she is. Let's see. 5 more minutes. I'll open up the phone lines. I want to read more of your comments. Let's see. Clear skies. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Houston, but I did well there because of my accent. Maybe American brothers have problems, but if you're a British brother and you start speaking, you wear a suit, these chicks will be all over you. In fact, if you're a British brother, anywhere in America is pretty much a good place for you. But don't stay there too long. Ooh, hey, shout out to Charles Jones, another good intel. Lots of Vietnamese and Mexican women in Houston. Hey, those Vietnamese women, man, ooh, they're cute. I know a lot of brothers like them. I like them too. A lot of them are feminine, good looking, take care of themselves, very family orientated. So yeah, definitely head down to Houston, brothers. And guys, when you call in 5 minutes, please don't use any profanity, no hatred towards any other groups, or you will be blocked or kicked out. Don't cut me off when I speak. Let me finish my point. Put yourself on mute when you're not speaking. That's the rules. Shout out to Charles Jones again. Same about Americans in England. We clean up well out there in London. Facts. I encourage American brothers to come down to London, especially during Euro 2020, which is happening in July, June. There's going to be a lot of foreign women from different countries in Europe and around the world. Soccer is very big here, and that's happening in the UK for the final. In fact, any country in Europe would be good this summer. There's a large football tournament happening, so brothers can eat, but definitely London. Americans do well in London, so you'll be fine here. El Selector with another good intel. Houston has a lot of Mexicans, Black Americans, whites, Vietnamese, and also Nigerians as well. Easy work. Yeah, I know. I've heard good stuff about Houston. A nice variety of different women from different backgrounds, where brothers can eat easily. Brothers need to get their confidence up. I keep telling you, the Black American male is very highly regarded around the world, in Asia, in America yourself, Europe, England, whatever, get your confidence up. Guys, hit the like button. You know, I want to get up to 80 likes now. 37 of you right now in here, hit the like button in this video. Let's get the video out to many viewers around the world. Jack Hove, call in. Call in. All right, I'm going to open up the phone lines in a minute. Give me a second. Call in. The rules are, don't cut me off when I speak. Be respectful. No hatred. No swear words. No N-word use. We don't do that over here. Be respectful. Put yourself on mute when you're not speaking. So, hey, what are you talking about, Leron Davis? What are you on about, mate? Brother, who's that, mate? Brother, it's the same thing, bro. Call in, bro. Explain that to me. Yes, they think British black guys remind them of Idris Elba. Any British black man will clean house in San Diego, Texas. Oh, hey, I'm heading down there in America. Let me say this right now, right? Despite the problems in America, there are a lot of good-looking women in America. Good-looking women in America, because America is a multinational country. You have women from Asia, from Latino countries, from Europe, whatever, right? From the Americas, and they are good-looking. The problem is the attitude. But if you're looking for a fling and you're from abroad, America is. I'm gonna be there in America soon. Don't worry. Streamlines opening up. Call in. Call in, guys. Any questions you got for me, let me know. If not, I will end the stream. Call in. If you want to call in, let me know. Call in right now. There you go. That's the link. StreamYard. I see you, Charles Jones. I'll wait for you then. Jack Hove, call in, mate. Call in. The link is pinned. If you want to call in now. Give me a minute. I'm gonna get some water. El Selector, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's popping?
Hey, not too bad, Rizzy 101.
What's going on?
How's
What's
that,
going
sir?
on?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Yeah, what's
Um,
going on?
It was popping, brothers.
I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. Any questions you got, else selector, go on first. Rizzy, I'll come to you afterwards. Put yourself on mute. Go on, else selector.
Okay, yeah, you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys hear me?
yes.
Okay, yeah. So, yo, like I was saying, as far as Arizona goes, like, okay, the first time I heard about Arizona, there was an OG, that I went to, that was like way older than me. He went to the high school I went to, but he was an older dude, right? So he was in like grades way old. Like, when I was in grade nine, this dude was already in grade 12. And so basically, fast forward years later, he ended up going to Arizona. He was how Arizona's a hospital.
Yo, we're losing you, bro.
Scottsdale, Scottsdale, Arizona. So it's like Phoenix. Yeah, you hear me? You hear me? Give me a second.
We're
Give me a
losing
second. I'll be
you.
right back.
Awesome. Rizzy 101, what are you saying, bro?
Shoot, nah, man. I saw your title when you said your title was talking about how American women like to shame black men for traveling, and I just think that's messed up. Like the one time I saw it was this single mom chick. She kind of like before she became a single mom. I mean, she still deals with her baby dad or whatever, but she just made a post kind of like saying, "Oh, you gotta travel overseas to like get," and she wasn't even saying that about me in a sense. She was just saying that in a general sense. But I thought that shit was just fucked up. I'm like, how could you, of all people, say some shit like that? And she herself has never even traveled. You know what I'm saying? And then like her dude, like you look at her dude, you be like, wow, like that's who you really are. So it's just like I feel like, man, like if you a brother in the States and you feel like, hey, my options overseas are gonna be better, it's like why not go?
100% facts. I'm seeing that too, sisters shaming brothers for getting their passports, um, putting links up on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube comments saying, why are so many black men traveling? They can't get girls in their home country. They're losers. They're lames. Get out of here.
And it's like the thing about it too, my opinion on it is like, yo, like look at Jimi Hendrix. Like he's like the GOAT. He's like the number one guitarist, and he wasn't getting no love in the States at all. And then all of a sudden he goes to Europe and he's a rock star. Like he had to get love outside in another state before he got love in his own home country. Even Takashi 69 said that same thing. I mean, I'm not a Takashi 69 fan, but he said that he had to go over to Europe or overseas before he got love in New York.
Crazy. It's quite common for. Hold on. Give me a second.
And he's
Yeah.
not even a brother when you think about it. He's Mexican. So
Is that
I
the dude
think
that says the N word?
I mean, yeah, but he's in hip hops and we
Nah,
we
bro,
always
bro.
let that stuff slide.
Nah, bro, you gotta check him for that, man. You gotta put hands on him. He can't be saying the N word to brothers, man. You gotta check him for that. That's my opinion, but separate topic. Yeah, whenever brothers travel, especially American brothers, they get a lot more attention than in America because women abroad know the value of the black American man, right? The black American
Facts.
man is influential, rap music, athletes. You have Robert Johnson, a black billionaire, putting in work for the community. They see that, right? They know what we've been through in terms of racism, and we're still thriving. Women like that, you know, and which is why I tell American brothers, get your passports. Don't constrain, don't constrain yourself to the women in your community. A lot of you guys love the women in your community too much. Yes,
True.
I understand that you prefer black women, okay? But guess what? There's black women in the Caribbean, there's black women in South America, there's even black women in Asia. So you're not losing out, you know? Carry on, bro.
No, yeah, no, I agree with you 1000%, bro. I'm in Minnesota, like I said last time, and I got my passport. It's just circumstances beyond my control, were preventing me from getting my bread right. that's why I can't judge nobody that's relying on that stimmy, because you know that might be that one, that stimmy might be that one thing that can help brothers get on they, you know, get on their moves. And
Yeah,
I plan on going overseas.
yeah. The stimmy check you guys are getting, put that in Bitcoin or crypto or even stocks. Especially in Bitcoin, in 5 months' time, let's say by July, August, Bitcoin might be at 80K. And if it goes to 80K, you've made around 7K or 10K. Use that money to get your passports and to buy travel tickets to travel. So make sure you invest that stimulus check, bro.
Now I hear that. I hear that. I personally, I need to get my first whip with it. That's what I'm personally using it for. But I still, I do want to invest in Bitcoin though. Like everybody's always, it's like the wave now. Like everybody, like Bitcoin was so obscure. Now everybody's trying to jump on it.
Yeah, if I'd say if you need to buy the whip, then buy it. Like if you're living in a place where it's countryside or you definitely need a car, then buy the whip, right? But if you don't need a whip, then don't buy it. Put the money in crypto because I'm seeing a lot of brothers nowadays want to buy cars to impress women, right? I'm seeing
Right.
brothers nowadays want to buy expensive designer clothes just to get women. It is embarrassing and it's wrong, okay? A lot of brothers going broke just to impress Western women who don't even like you, who probably have another guy who's even more high value than you to choose from, and you're wasting all that money, right? So my advice to you is, if you don't need a whip, bro, put that in crypto, put that in Bitcoin.
All right. Hey, and I'm about to get ready to let y'all go because my phone's like on 3%. But I was just gonna say like one last thing because I'm in
Yeah,
Minnesota and it's such a mixed state. How I was raised, it's like how you said we love black women and everything as black men, right? But like, shoot, man, I don't know, man. I be getting choosing signals from different races of women. It's like you personally say as long as they, you say personally as long as they feminine, you know, just go for it.
yeah. Actually, what kind of other races of women are choosing you in Minnesota?
Shit, man. White, I mean, obviously white girls, you know, but I was trying to do that thing of, oh, not being disloyal to my race, or oh, he wants to get white girls, like, you know. But back in high school, I was the type of dude that had my head in the book, and the sisters were like, I mean, yeah, I guess they was clowning me back in the day. They was clowning me for that. I'll keep it as that, but you know, I mean, it is what it is. That comes with the territory.
I would say, right, if other races of women are choosing you, right, and they're feminine, because there's no point dating a different race of woman that isn't that much different from a black woman. If they're both masculine, you might as well just date a black woman because you're both black. But if she's a lot more feminine than the black woman that aren't checking for you, then give her a chance. You know, take maybe go on a walk with her, coffee date, see how she is, what her values are. Does she cook? Is she a good person? Then yeah, give it a shot, bro. Like I said, you know, you don't need to align yourself with Black American women. There are Black women in the Caribbean. There are Black women in South America. And there's Black women in Africa too. So don't feel bad about yourself. But yeah, call back in once you charge your phone. I want to speak to you more about Minnesota, but I'll
Oh,
leave
no
it to it,
doubt.
Rizzy. All right, yeah.
All right.
All right, take it easy, bro. Lion Menelik, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, Salam. Yeah, hello.
How you doing, bro? You right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Hey, any questions you got for me, bro? What's up? What's on your
No,
mind?
I'm just listening, but
Yo, speak
yeah,
louder,
I
bro.
think. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that like with me, I have a little different perspective. So, like, my mom's side is from East Africa, so my father is Black American, so I know um the culture. So I think that problem is that I think a lot of people that have never been out the West, they think everything um is the same. How culture, a lot of people don't understand culture, like, and I think that like, my lady is from the continent, from Ethiopia, so I think that she grew up there. And the difference is that a lot of the women in the West are just they're not raised to be like wife material or girlfriend material, because the culture is so dysfunctional here, and the family system is all shot. So it's kind of like it's a very strange it's a very strange place. So it's kind of like they get like a masculine type of energy where the female likes to compete with the males and stuff like that. So it's just it's just totally just kind of like distorted in one way. So I think that a lot of the women are just or just kind of like they just the attitude and
Yeah,
just
yeah, 100% facts. Like I said, it's mostly an attitude problem. It's a cultural problem.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
it's a problem where you know women are missing femininity in America and in English speaking Western countries. Because of
mhm,
that, I'm not going to entertain any of that nonsense. I'll just get my passport and meet foreign women. I'm telling brothers every day, invest in stocks, invest in crypto, make sure you get a good job that pays well, have a business, earn currency in dollars, pounds, Canadian dollars, use that money to fund a very nice lifestyle abroad. That's all you have to do. Don't waste your time with these women in the Western countries. Carry on, bro.
yeah, I agree with you. And I think that like a lot of women are going to be dying alone. So I think with their dogs and cats and stuff like that, because there's no because when you step outside the culture and stuff like that, it's kind of like like I've heard terms thrown around like, oh, well, about game and all this stuff, like stuff like that. Game, that stuff is that's more of a Western thing. What I'm saying? There's no most women, especially I would say, when you go to most non-Western places, about like were you able to provide, or your character. It's not about like a game and all that type of stuff. It's just like either the woman gonna like you or not. Here is just here is more about all that type of stuff. Know what I'm saying? There's no dating coaches in Africa, the Middle East, or any of these other places. So it's kind of like I think that it's more family orientated, and like I said, they're raised
Yeah,
to be married, and to be in a relationship.
definitely. Yeah. You can only get the woman you want to by putting in work yourself. Getting a passport, traveling, and meeting the woman you want to meet. You won't find that in the West. Yes, don't waste your time. Make your money, and do that. One more question, bro. Do you have any more questions for me?
No more question just for now.
Okay,
Hello.
awesome. I'll put you on mute, Leon.
Yeah.
What's up, Leon? Leon Davis. How you doing, mate?
Yeah. How you doing? First thing, congratulations. I think the premise of your platform, just traveling and getting out and seeing the world as a human, that's just, that's the ultimate, right? It's very easy to stay in the space where we are, but the fact that you leverage your passport to see the world is a phenomenal thing. I think that. Every human should do it, especially Americans who by far out of the G20 don't travel and see and experience enough. So first off, kudos to you on that.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah. Second is that, I'm an English teacher in high school. I've had the opportunity prior to work for the United States Olympic Committee. I've had the opportunity to probably travel to every continent except for Antarctica. And when I left my comment to you, it wasn't a knock. I think that if we're all going to travel and if we're all going to do anything, especially as men of color, it's just all about intelligence and trying to be the best that we can. There's a way, I think, to provide insight and to share knowledge. And as long as it's meant to help those become better, then that's what my comment was all about. I say this because Black men, I've married into, my child is half Asian, half Black. I have a son in also in San Andreas in Colombia, and many folks embrace the strength and energy which Black men have, but there's a narrative out there that we don't quite have the capacity, and that's not a knock. That's just, we're really relying on our strengths, right? Our energy, our passion. But I think that we're in an era now with platforms like what you have and all the intelligence out there. We can learn new languages. We can even represent our own language in the best way we can. And so, again, I get back to saying that I think you're doing a great thing. I'm a little older than most, and I'm in my late 50s, so I've had the opportunity since the 70s to really travel up until now. I have a home in a different country, and I'm always about really trying to provide the best insight for we as men of color to be the best that we can. And so that was my comment earlier to you, not a knock, but just more. There's just a greater expectation from someone like you who's leading the pack.
100% appreciate the kind words, Leron. Yeah,
no
the brother, because my accent, so brother sounds brother to you, but yeah, intelligence, learning new languages, educating yourselves, going into industries like law, medicine, and all those stuff that pay high paying money. That's what brothers should be doing. Business,
Absolutely.
stocks, crypto, and traveling too. I push that heavy. It's all fun and games to meet foreign women. Every guy wants a beautiful woman, right? But make sure your life is going well. Establish yourself first. Make good money. Educate yourself, and that's all you can do at least. And I'm pushing that to brothers heavily. And I appreciate the kind words, Leron.
No, not at all. And you just keep it up. One last thing I would just premise. If I was to push, because I've been around about a little over half a century, I would push three more important things to our lives as brothers to survive. First is our health. Very key. In order to even appreciate our day and the next day and our future, we got to have good health. And I think we're in a space right now where with this pandemic, it's going to be important for us to look after ourselves, stay sharp, stay in shape, and eat well. Secondly, once you got your health, you got the second most important commodity in life, which is time, right? We're not going to live forever. I thought maybe 10, 20 years ago, it seemed like yesterday. And so time will move fast. Once you have time to live right, you need knowledge. And I think it was key when you said investment, really sustaining a good job or provide the opportunity to have your wherewithal to sustain yourself. And that's so important, economic empowerment for people of color, specifically men, that has to be a big focus.
Yeah, so, Leron, I'm gonna cut you off there. People of color, man, we need to drop that as Black people. We are just Black people. That POC term, I don't agree with that because other so-called POCs are racist towards Black people. So please just say Black people. POC, doesn't really apply to us, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Carry on.
hey, look, I'm just, I guess I'm speaking from a premise of who I am, but you're correct, no problem. But health, knowledge, and time, I leave with that, and wish you the best in continuing your journey.
Hey, thanks for that, bro. Please call back anytime.
Sure.
You sound like a very smart black man, and we can definitely speak about stocks, crypto, learning languages, etc., etc. So definitely call
It,
back next time, mate.
so I'm going to leave with one little tip though on that crypto. Great platform. You guys check out Ripple. It's a low hanger. If you read it, it doesn't look quite the shine, but most things that sleep have a great opportunity to become something that they're not, and much better. So check out crypto. It has right now cloud hanging over it, but some insight right now that's about to be cleared, simply because of the new administration coming in the United States, and a new chairman on the FCC side. So I wish all the best.
Thanks, dude. Take it easy. Speak to you soon.
Yeah, you too.
All right, see you, mate. El Selector, how's it doing? How you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Yeah, sorry about earlier. My internet connection just went haywire on me. But I don't know. You guys can hear me clearly now, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, there was an older cat that from like my side, and basically he had went to Phoenix, Scottsdale, and Phoenix, Arizona. So he basically showed us some stuff out there, and he was out in the club district, and it was like snow bunny galore, and there was a lot of stuff going on out there. The club district was pretty live. So I was like, okay. So when I went to Vegas, me and my dudes, we went to Vegas, and basically oh man, the amount of chicks we are meeting from Arizona was crazy. And then some of the chicks we just met at inside the Planet Hollywood. I don't know if you've been to the Planet Hollywood, but the mall inside over there. I forgot what the mall is called, but whenever you go to the Planet Hollywood casino, there's a mall that's connected to the Planet Hollywood. So basically we met some chicks over there and in the casino, and then they just came straight back to our hotel. And man, they were turned like these girls are from Arizona and like that Scottsdale, Phoenix area. And man, they were turned, man. So I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of joints out there in Arizona. And also, too, out there, while we were out there, we met a lot of other chicks from Arizona and whatnot. And some of my dudes, they ended up bringing some other joints from Arizona. So it was crazy, but there was a lot of girls from Arizona and that Phoenix, Scottsdale area over there. And they're party girls over there. Like, there are a lot of party girls over there. Oh, shit.
Yo, that's what's up, bro. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You caught all that, right?
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, because I was
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
doing research regarding like states where brothers do well. I kept seeing Arizona. I was thinking Arizona, a red state. It's crazy. Um, how were those girls like that you met? Were they feminine? Were they good looking? Were they in shape? Speak on
Yeah,
that, brother.
yeah, they were solid. They were very polite. They spoke very respectful. They were down for the cause. They like to turn up. They were enjoying themselves. Like they were out there ready to party, ready to enjoy themselves. And they were real solid with us. Even one of the girls in Andreas, my boy had, and she told me, she's like, oh, she was my boy, and she's looking at me like, oh, like that's your friend right there. I like your friend. And then she started talking to me, and then it was like, yo, my boy ended up leaving with her, and then she told my boy like, "Oh, she wanted to do a threesome with me and my boy." I was like, I started laughing, but my boy ended up crushing that or whatever. But I'm telling you right now, yeah, Phoenix, Arizona, they got some joints over there. And that girl, my boy met at Drea's. She was from Phoenix, Arizona as well, or that Scottsdale, Phoenix, Arizona area over there.
Who's Matt Andreas? Is that your friend? You
No,
said.
no, Drea's is the nightclub in Las Vegas.
Oh, I
So
see. I see.
Drea's, yeah, it's connected to I think it's the Cromwell Casino, or yeah, Cromwell Casino Resort. But yeah,
Yo, that's what's up. Hey, appreciate the intel, bro. I hope you guys heard that in the chat. The brother El Selector was giving you guys intel regarding Arizona. Brothers can do well over there. So check the place out. Again, guys, hit the like button on this video. This is free game we're giving you. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. We want to get as much brothers to get their passports, to travel, to go to areas where women are checking for brothers. El
oh yeah,
Selector, speak
yeah.
up. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, and also another thing, as far as Colorado, that time we were in Vegas, I also pulled like some chicks from Colorado. Me and my boys, we were actually in that Planet Hollywood mall, and there was two snow bunnies walking by, and I saw them, and I was like, I just went up to them, I started talking to them or whatever. They were cooperating, they were polite, they were real sweet, they were solid, whatnot, and basically they were telling us they're from Colorado. So we're like, oh yeah, well, yo, we're about to go turn up in the room right there. So basically, we pulled up. We went to the liquor shop. We grabbed some liquor or whatever, and we went back upstairs to the room. And these girls, we put on the music, and these girls started chugging out the liquor, turning up. They were having a good time, and they're from Colorado as well. And basically, I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? Because there was three of them. There was three of us, and there was two of them. My other boys, they ended up going. They were on the strip or whatever. And then these girls were like, okay, you know what? I'm like to my boys, I'm like, hey, yo, you guys hold these two down. I'm gonna go hit the strip. So you guys just do your thing or whatever. And I end up leaving my boys with these two girls from Colorado. And yo, anyways, long story short, basically my boys ended up folding. They didn't complete the mission. So the girls ended up, I guess, because they were digging me out of my two other boys over there. Out of the three of us, they were digging me the most. Once I left, them girls were like, okay, the guy who we wanted left. And they were like, all right, screw it. So they ended up leaving the room. I came back. My boy said, yeah, they left once you. Damn. But yeah, they got some girls in Colorado as well, though. They were cooperating. They're real sweet.
Hey, that's what's up. I appreciate that intel. Colorado, Arizona. I'm gonna do more research in those states. I've heard good things about them in terms of meeting women. Selector, do you have any questions regarding this topic today?
Oh, well, yeah, listen, I'm gonna tell you something.
Hey, we keep
My
losing you, bro.
knowledge, listen, like for a lot of, you gotta. Okay, do you hear me right now? You hear me right now?
No,
You got me?
we can't hear you, bro.
Okay, you got me right now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, hold up. You got me right now? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So from my take, put is this. A lot of the girls will tell you basically like they'll tell you straight up and down, oh, don't travel, this, this, that, and the third. But don't be fooled. A lot of these girls got their passports too. A lot of these girls be traveling. I've spoken to a lot of girls from my city, and a lot of these girls have stories that they told me about their girls and what happened with them and them going overseas to like certain countries like Costa Rica, etc. So a lot of these girls, don't listen to them. They travel, they do what they do. So don't let them discourage you from doing what you want to do when you travel. It's important that you go around the world and see things and learn things and meet different types of people. So don't take anything what these girls say literally.
Oh, that's what's up. I appreciate that. Fix your connection, Selector. You kept dropping in and out.
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in and ask you a question, International Passport.
Yeah.
From your videos, you got a lot of ink on your book, and that's impressive. So I know you've talked about various different spaces. If you were to rank, let's say, in the top 5, where you just holistically just felt like when you were there in that territory, whether it be in Europe, Asia, South America, what territory really stands out for you that you felt just overwhelmed and on point?
Oh, I would say probably either Portugal, Germany, or Morocco, based on how the women were receptive towards me and the whole culture. Like, I can see a lot of brothers retiring in Portugal. There's a lot of black people there.
Lisbon.
Yeah, there's a huge Angolan population there. Beautiful woman over there. Good city. Very cheap for a European country. Portugal's up there for me.
Gotcha. And I know you mentioned Morocco, the Riviera of Africa, right? So what made, because I know they have a very large Muslim population. I was in Tangier for about 9 days and then snuck up at Gibraltar Strait and hung out in Morocco. But it's a very conservative space. But what made you call that out as your third pick?
I'd say based on how people were kind towards me, when they knew that I wasn't from Morocco, they were very kind towards me. I got very immersed in their culture. And I actually don't mind their conservative culture because you see in America, right? The problem in America and the UK is that they're too liberal, and
Right.
when you're too liberal, anything goes. Which is why you have feminism ruining
Yep.
relationships. You have a lot of these gender pronouns or whatever, all that
Sure.
nonsense. So,
Right.
but when you're in a conservative place, right, or you're just in the middle, people have more sense. There's people are a lot more kind, and I find that religious people are, kind people. They have morals, and in Morocco, people had morals, and you want to be around people who have morals. You can trust them, etc., etc. So Morocco was my third choice.
No, great pick. I think you're spot on with that. Also, its jurisdiction in Morocco protects anyone coming from at least the United States. The jurisdiction meaning that for any reason, if things got either stuck or tied up here, and the states tried to reach out for you, the jurisdiction by Morocco law is that they can't extradite you. So that makes Morocco a very pleasurable place. Not to promote anything bad, but it's just interesting of how the Arab culture and Muslim culture there has a different standpoint in regarding its citizens and folks who visit.
Definitely. I've always said this, right? You don't have to be a Muslim to live in these countries. If you can at least speak the language in a reasonable way, they would respect you. No one's expecting you to convert to their religion to gain benefits. In Morocco, they speak French and Arabic.
Yes.
If I knew French in Morocco, I guarantee you I'd have had a better experience. And
Mm.
which is why from now on, when I travel in the future, I want to learn the basic languages of the countries I'm traveling to, because you get you immerse with the whole culture, they respect you more, etc., etc.
Spot on. I mean, personally, myself, just as a tool, pero mi español es perfecto cuando yo quiero. And yo aprendí español de Duolingo. It's a great, in the palm of your hand, you can download the app. And I've just really put a lot of effort in learning Spanish now, as well as Privyet de Kaktila, a little Russian. I had some time in Moscow just for 4 days, but Duolingo is a great tool. When I'm on a train here in New York, or I find myself just twiddling my thumbs, so much is on our phone. And I just think that if we can remember rhymes and sing songs, you'd be surprised with a little effort, like you said, you can be fairly competent in communicating basic things in order to be respected even more. So that is the new intelligence. I really believe that if you can communicate in a different language, you could literally get a certificate, a TEFL, teacher in English from a foreign language. It's a simple certificate, less than $200. And because I'm a teacher, I had the opportunity to do that in Quito, in Ecuador. So language is the new intelligence, and Duolingo is a great tool.
Facts. I agree with that. Languages. This year. I definitely want to start learning a language. To just for like intelligence, just to speak to people, meet new people. Like if you know Spanish, Spanish is spoken by millions of people. You can meet new connections, new business partners, different women.
Absolutely.
Which is why languages. I'm pushing that as well on my channel. For me, it's passports, foreign women, stocks, business, crypto, and languages. But bro, definitely, I'll come back to you later on. Good conversation. If you can put yourself on mute, I'll come back to you and we can carry on.
Sure, no
Guys,
worries.
follow me on Twitter if you have any questions. I want to use Twitter a lot more. I find Twitter a good place to communicate with people who follow my YouTube channel. If you're on Twitter, follow my Twitter. It's on the screen, the live stream screen. It's also pinned to the stream as well. Any questions you have, let me know. Let me go on to JP Muscardi. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me on.
You're welcome. What question do you have for me?
Well, I don't really have a question. I just have a comment. I will say that I definitely agree with, what you're pushing brothers to do, travel, get their passport, um, education, investing. One thing I will say as well is to add on top is, if you can get some sort of license or a certificate, sometimes it may be hard to, for some people like me, you know, college wasn't a big thing for me. Like I felt like it wasn't for me. So what I did was I went and got my health, life, and annuity license for the state of Florida. So I pretty much help people with health insurance, life insurance, and retirement investing. And I'm also in the process of getting my Series 6 so I can be an official financial advisor. You know, for some people, school is not their thing. But if you're still smart and you're diligent, there's other ways to make money. You know, during the pandemic, I was still working because, there were people who still needed health insurance and life insurance. So much people got life insurance, but there's options, being a plumber, electrician, just something that you can translate, especially when you go, overseas. A plumber is a plumber no matter where you go. An electrician is an electrician no matter where you go. And it's easy to translate no matter where you go.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. If getting a degree isn't for you, then certifications are a good alternative. You have IT. IT is very big. The IT industry, people are making a lot of money in IT, and there's
Yeah.
different certs for different industries in IT. You have mortgage certifications, even accounting certifications, and these are what brothers should be doing. Like I said, I'm not really into the whole I want to be an athlete, I want to be an actor, a singer, a rapper,
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever. Entertainment isn't really going to benefit the black community or even yourself in general. Not everyone can be a football player or a basketball
Yeah.
player. You have more of a chance of becoming a mortgage advisor if you take the cert and the exam. And I feel like lack of education in our community is impacting us in a bad way. But with this channel, I'm pushing that out, heavily. Education, knowledge, language, stocks, crypto, business, travel, foreign women, and passports.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, especially when you talk about people who want to be in sports. I mean, in high school, I played football, but I knew I was not going to make it to the NFL because when you think about it, there's only like less than 500 players in the NBA or less than 1,000 players in the NFL. So when you think about it, there's over 300 million people in America. For you to be able to make it into the major leagues, you have to be in the top 1% of athletes in the entire country. You know, it's unfeasible unless you have the talent and you have the dedication. Not everyone is going to make it to that level. So I definitely agree, just getting something that you can actually, achieve and put your hands on, and, something that's a lot more tangible for the average, brother or average man or whatever.
Yeah, I agree with that. All facts. JP Muscardi, you're speaking of facts. Guys, hit the like button on this live stream. We have Leron Davis and JP Muscardi, both very well educated brothers who have actually impacted my life over the last 10 minutes. These guys are speaking facts. They're they're dropping knowledge to other brothers to improve their lives, to make sure we all live good lives and achieve. So, guys, hit the like button to let's get this video out there to as much brothers as we can. That's the least I'm asking you guys. Hit the like button on this live stream. Do you have anything else for me, Miss Cardi?
I will say that I started watching your videos earlier this year, and I'm actually now in the process of getting my passport. Because honestly, I'm I'm it's I'm just done with dating in America because the women, they say they want one thing, but in reality they don't know what they really want, and it's just too much of a I'm to the point where I'm tired of putting so much effort for so little reward. And I did a whole binge watch of your videos. I've also watched Black Men Travel. I really got big on Kevin Samuels. And but a lot of them, a lot of the travel group people, they just say, just travel. The women outside of the feminist movement are so much better, so feminine, you know, cooperative, friendly, and they're willing to get on your plan rather than trying to make you get on their plan.
All facts. Let me put you guys on mute, so it's making a lot of noise. Yeah, you spoke facts, JP Muscadi. There is a problem in the West as to the requirements of many women, and it's not a minority, it's a majority, in my opinion. What I've heard in the UK is just, it's astounding. These girls are expecting a 22-year-old brother to have everything, to have the world, to be earning six figures, to be driving a Mercedes Benz, to have a business, to be 6'5". The average man isn't 6'5". Why would you expect him to be a 6'5"? It is ridiculous. And in my opinion, I've not experienced any of that with foreign women. So it's definitely a culture thing, you know. I've been to Germany, I've been to Morocco, Australia, etc., etc. Not once have I heard such requirements from any woman from there. So that tells you something. It tells you that UK, Canada, America are just pushing nonsense. And don't play the game, brothers. Don't even give them any attention. Stay on your purpose. Get the education you need. Make a lot of money, and just travel to meet foreign women. Like I said, if you want a Black American brother, the world is at your feet. You know, I think I do well for a Black British brother, but Black American brothers, you guys do even better than UK brothers. The world is your oyster. Get your passports, travel, and you're good.
Yeah, great thought. I wanted to just touch quickly. I happen to have, um, you know, just accumulate some wealth and really narrowed my craft on the teaching side, but built some wealth outside of that. And I went abroad. I literally married a woman who was from Canadian, and it was Punjab Indian. And I would just throw this out. I think it's important to first understand who we are. I think we have this natural gift of brothers being so dynamic, and women outside of the country, they don't see that every day. So there's a curiosity to experience it. But like everything in life, when you become steadfast and you're being with someone day in and day out, that in many instances can change. Women are women, guys. I just want to let you know that I spent a lot of time abroad and married someone abroad, and I was married for 9 years from someone who wasn't American. I mean, I was traveling to the DR when you didn't even need a passport back in the late 80s. So, and I thought a Latin woman was it. And having these different experiences, I can tell you that it really comes down to self-preservation. And I think this is why this brother international passport has really touched on some things. When you have your own economic empowerment. You can control your resources, and you can do what you want and how you want. That is most important first. But I would really put an asterisk on trying to believe that, to the most part, that after the honeymoon is over, that, you know, some woman that you might have who might be curious at first and do a little bit more than an American woman might be your oyster. And in many instances, that's just not the case. You know, we're in a world right now that is rapidly changing. What people experience here in America, a few years after, it trickles, and women all abroad now are becoming more empowered. And so I think it's important to realize that, you know, 3 days here, 6 days there, 2 weeks there, it seems glorified. But you spend, you know, 9 years with someone who was born in India, grew up in Canada. After a while, you know, it's self-preservation. And so I think the travel helps you. It enlightens you. But at the end, you know, people are going to be people. Women are going to be women. And more importantly, men have to be men. And I think that's what's slipping right now, not just from men of color or brothers. It's men, period. Identity politics is really on the rise, and people are really preserving their own kind. And so I'm all about men trying to preserve what they are in order to become the species that we are. So put yourself first and recognize that though you might have a good time in a different territory, it could be literally different once you start to settle and embrace this woman who you think could be different.
Facts. Top-notch advice. You're right about that. Nothing is guaranteed in this world. Like the foreign woman you meet may be the perfect woman you've ever met. Then you take her to America, and in 3 months she changes completely because she's absorbed American culture. She's had American friends, and they've completely changed up her mind state. Now you marry her, and then she asks for divorce because she's met a higher value male. She wants to throw her box around. It's very common, you know, which is why, you know, I'm a huge proponent of moving to foreign countries. Like nothing is guaranteed, like Leron said, but there's a less likelihood that you will be screwed over by a foreign woman if you move to a country. But if you bring her back to America, to the UK, to Canada, then you got a high chance of her switching up on you. I've seen it happen. I've seen the most foreign, you know, feminine woman change up once she came to the UK. It's very common. You know, they absorb the whole feminist culture and all that stuff, and then the guy is screwed. He's screwed. You brothers need to be a lot more strategic. That's the word. Think ahead. You know, what's the plan for a woman that you really like? What's the plan? Do you want to have children with her? Okay, is she wifey material? Do I see myself with this woman in 20 years? Should I bring her back to America? Because America's getting worse in terms of the whole identity politics, hatred of men. Men are bad, men are evil. They're pushing that in the UK as well. You know? They're pushing that really hard about how all men are evil, blah, blah, blah. I'm not dealing with a woman from the West who believes that all men are evil. What kind of nonsense is that? So you guys have to be careful here. You know, prioritize yourself first. Set a plan for where you want to be in life. In 5 years' time, do you want to leave America? Then put that plan in motion. Get the certification, the degree that you need that will allow you to get a very good job in a foreign country. Right? Is it worth getting married? You know? And let me tell you this, not all women are bad. You know, some women will stick with you to the day you die. That's facts. But we live in a world that's constantly changing. So think about that. This world isn't roses upon roses. It's a very harsh world. That's why I want you brothers to understand. Okay? Nothing is perfect in this world. There's no perfect woman. There's no perfect foreign country. You need to be strategic. Set your plan in motion. Invest. Put money into stocks, into crypto. So when you lose your job, you have something to fall back on. Invest so in 10 years' time, you can retire and live the life you want to live. If you're 30 years old now and you start investing in Bitcoin and crypto and stocks, in 10 years' time, you can retire. You don't have to work again. Travel where you want to, which is why I am against buying expensive clothes. In fact, I don't even buy designer clothes. If I did buy one, I make sure I buy it for very cheap. I don't see the value in me spending $500 or pounds on a piece of jeans or shirt. That's foolish. And that's the problem with our community right now. Very materialistic. They don't think about where they want to be in 1 year's time, in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time. JP Muscati, do you have any last questions?
Yeah, the thing I would have to say is I am big on, supporting my fellow Black brothers in whatever their endeavors are. Sorry, I keep naming, but someone who really, pushed that onto me is O'Shea Duke Jackson. He's very big on supporting brothers and supporting each other and supporting each other's businesses. And, that really left an imprint on me, because when you think about it, if we don't support one another, who's going to support us? And it just that with everything going on in the world, you have the Asian community. One of the things that I found out that they do, some families will come together, they'll pool their money together, open a business for one of the family members, then they'll come and do it again and repeat that cycle until all of them have their own business. Whereas in the Black community, people are fighting each other just to get ahead. So I feel like, as brothers and even sisters, in the Black community, we definitely need to come together and actually support one another in whatever endeavors that it is. If someone who has a moving company, you refer them to your friends that are moving, or you use their services, or someone who's an accountant, you ask them, you go to them to help you with your taxes. Whatever your needs are, I'm big on, I'm gonna find a brother or a sister or whatever who has a business in what I need, and I'm gonna give them my business or refer them business before I go to someone else who doesn't even really care about, my community.
All facts, 100% facts. Black people should have been investing in each other, setting up businesses decades ago. But it's not too late. I feel like, there are some areas where, there'll be growth there in tech. I always encourage young Black brothers and sisters to study programming. You could be the next Elon Musk. You could be the next, the next big startup that makes a lot of money for your community and yourself, and you're right. I'm about supporting other brothers too, which is why you're going to see a lot more stocks and crypto content on this channel, because I feel like that is the future. That will make a lot of brothers rich and allow them to retire early. Leon Menelik, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I just thought that was a great point on the support side.
Hold on, Leon. I meant Lion Menelik. I'll come back to you later on, mate. Lion Menelik.
You can go to him.
Right.
My signal got lost.
Okay.
No, go ahead, brother. I'll wait. Just we can be patient. You can go ahead.
No, you can go. I just got back on.
Okay, go on, Leon.
We hear you. I've We can wait until you. Are you ready?
Oh no, I'm not ready.
Okay.
All right, Leon Davis, go on, mate.
Yeah. I think the brother brings up a good point down in Florida. All support, but I think it gets back to you, international passport. I think you mentioned about potentially moving abroad, and I did that for some bit down in Colombia. I lived in Cali for about a year and a half, and this is just statistics, guys. I mean, when you look at 330 million Americans, out of that, African Americans or the diaspora represents about, roughly about 14%. So you're looking at about 40 million. Out of that, women represent about 55%. And African American males are the difference. So you're looking at roughly about 17 to 18 million. The bottom line is this: out of the 17 or 18 million, astonishing number of us are either incarcerated between the ages of like 17 and 25, almost a third. Another half of those individuals, outside of the third, don't graduate from high school. And then there's the few that are enthusiastic like us. I mean, meaning wanting to survive, wanting to do well. And that number is very, very little. And so the point that I'm getting to is that 450 years in this country, we've tried to integrate and tried to belong. And now we're at a space where when you're trying to support those to get ahead, many of our brothers, many of our sisters, they're in survival mode. And so I think what we have to be cautious of is that, do we hang around for another 20, 30 years? They don't want us to vote. We're running into issues regarding whether we're accepted. You have to look at the hierarchy, for example, in this country, where males of the majority, females, black women, and where do we sit? And so we have to go where opportunity is, right? We have to go into these spaces where we're accepted and embraced. And so when he mentioned earlier about living in another country, I would tell you that considering where the country is now, meaning within the Western Hemisphere, i.e. Great Britain, United States, things aren't necessarily going to look great for people of color. And so that's not to be, pessimistic. It's just to look at the history. Our lives don't really matter. And so we have to think, when we travel, these places are so open and friendly? Because they're not used to that heavy imperialistic mindset to put us down. They're not afraid. And so what we have to say is we just have to be opportunist. Do we go abroad and find out why is it easier to open up a business? Why is it easier to meet these women? Because they don't have the cloud of imperialism and racism hanging over their heads as strong. And so I would just say on that note, it's one thing to deal with our own in a space of few, and it's a numbers game. Not all people of our own are capable of wanting support. Not all people of our own are capable of even handling and carrying out the support. So you brothers that are here in this space, I would say embrace opportunity, wherever it may be, because in a few more years, it's not going to matter. All this may come to an end, right? If we look at right now from January 6th, where the inception happened on the Capitol, to how Western survival is now, with the druggings of the East coming over our heads, there's going to be a dynamic shift in power base. And so the struggle that's happening right now is, how prepared are you going to be, right? Are you going to have your foothold somewhere else where our society is being open and will embrace you? Or will you stay here in a space where over close to 500 years we've struggled, and it's still not what it should be for us? So I just say with that, keep an open mind. Definitely get that ink on the passport so you can get abroad and be more opportunistic versus, I would say tribal. It's more about being opportunity driven versus being tribal. And I'll leave it on that note. Yeah.
Hey, that was great, Leron. Hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. Let's set a live stream up to speak about the future of the Black community and what opportunities Black men can go into to make a lot of money. Can we set that up? Are you interested in doing that live stream with me?
Absolutely. I'm a little suspect about, the social media platform, that's not to say that I won't. I love what you're doing here, International Passport. You are really opening up a door. You've listened to Kevin Samuels, right?
I've come across him before, yeah.
Yeah. I'll let you talk on that. But I think brothers like you that are leading the pack, you're the freedom rider, right? You're kicking open doors that we haven't heard before, and it's really your show, your direction that I think has even gotten me here and have gotten these other brothers here. So I just continue to say, hey, let's stay in touch. We'll figure it out. But everybody's not ready for this knowledge, We are, but
yeah,
a lot of people aren't.
All right, we'll set that up, dude. I appreciate the time you've taken to speak on this live stream. I'm gonna move on to the caller D. How's it going, bro?
Yeah, I've been doing good. I've been doing good.
Awesome. Tell us where you're from, how you came across my channel, and ask me any questions that's on your mind.
All right. I'm from New York, New York City. How I came across your channel. Well, I've been traveling I traveled before, like since I was really, really, really young, like since I was like probably 7 or 8. I've been to France. I've been to Morocco. I've been to the States, West Africa, like Mali, Senegal. And I came across your channel because I think one day I was on YouTube and I believe YouTube recommended to me. I think YouTube recommended to me. And one of your videos that I saw was the Vancouver. So I saw why Black men should travel to Vancouver. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, I have to watch it. And when I saw it, let's just say I've watched all your videos from then, like in one sitting, just watch all your videos from whenever you started to Vancouver. So yeah, that's how I came across your channel. And I believe I even hit you up one time on Instagram. One time I hit you up on Instagram and you actually replied to me and we had a chat where, you give me some advice.
Appreciate the kind words, D. That's much appreciated. So any questions regarding this topic of the live stream or
any questions?
Yeah.
Oh man. My question. Well, I don't really have a question, but just want to say something. I do just want to say that what else I agree with what else said.
I lost you there. Can you repeat that,
guys? Oh, sorry.
Hey, there's something wrong with your microphone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, carry on.
Okay, cool. So, I think that brothers should get their passport and explore the world. It's definitely an eye-opener to, leave your circle. Because I've been here in Bronx for most of my life. And let's say because I travel, I feel like I have some wisdom that, at least in New York, that most people don't have. Because I'm able to see different cultures, different backgrounds, and I speak multiple languages. Speak like roughly 7 languages. So, really good if you explore the world,
Hey, what languages do you speak, bro?
So I would say 4 fluent. And 3 of them is like so. So it's English. I speak English. Well, that's not my first language. So let me go from my first language to what I speak now. So it's bilingual. So I speak Bambara and French. So those are the first 2 languages I started speaking when I was very young. English was my 3rd language. Spanish is the 4th. I I do speak some Arabic. I speak some Italian because I took Italian when I was younger, and I took a little bit of hand sign language. A little bit of,
Nice.
yeah.
What was that first one you mentioned? Bambador. What is that?
Bambara. Yeah, Bambara is it's a language in West Africa, so it's in mostly you'd hear it in Mali, Guinea, um, and Burkina Faso. It's like a language that's common in those areas. Um, yeah, it's just the native language of Mali, Guinea, and Burkina Faso. That's their native language.
Hey, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yeah.
That's why we want to encourage brothers to actually learn as well. Would you say the diversity of your language speaking has got you more women in your life?
Yes, it definitely had. Yes. Oftentimes, like even me living in New York, I sometimes then I just go speak French, and they'll say, "Oh, like where you from?" And I said, "Well, I'm from here, but I speak French." And a lot of times they usually want to carry on conversation with me. They'll say, "Oh, speak to me in French." Did they go, "Okay, je peux parler français avec vous?" Or sometimes when because I live in the Bronx, I often speak Spanish with my Spanish friends. So I would say, "Oh, qué lo que, qué pasó?" And they were like, "Oh, ¿de dónde eres?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I'm from New York." But I just learned Spanish. That's all.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what I like hearing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like living in New York. Actually, let me ask you a question. Actually, that kind of bothers me. Why is it that non-black people in New York say the N-word? Is that very common there in New York?
Yeah, it's very common. Yeah, even my Spanish speaking friends, they all say the N word, and Mexican, Puerto Rican, Dominican, they all say the N word. And I think they say because we're kind of like, for me at least, for me, the way I see it is that we're all essentially black. They're just black people that speak Spanish or black people that's a little bit lighter, like especially the Dominicans,
I disagree with that. In my opinion, I don't even
Okay.
think black people should be saying the N-word. But yeah, I can't allow anyone to call me that word based on the history behind it. But that's for a
Right.
different conversation. But yeah, I'm gonna put you on mute. D, appreciate you calling in. I'll come back to you for one last question.
Gotcha.
Leon Menelik, how you doing, bro? Lion Menelik, how you doing?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. With that word, so is that, I mean, with the N word and all that, and I think that yeah, like the other guy was saying, I think the United States, I mean, I think like the West is like it's on like, the decline, it's on a decline, and I think like the culture is just not sustainable, and I think that having brothers can like do online business, and they can invest in themselves, and I think yeah, I'm trying to think how I came about your channel. I don't know how I looked. I think I was just looking stuff up on the channel, but I'm familiar with all the black YouTubers and the black manosphere people and all that. And do you know YouTuber Search for Uru?
Hey, dude, let's not talk about other YouTubers. Let's keep it for this channel, this topic only. I don't want to
Oh
deviate from
yeah,
the
no,
topic too much. But yeah, I
no.
appreciate you supporting the channel. Do you have any last questions for me or anyone in the panel before I close the stream in roughly 10 minutes?
No, not really.
All right, dude. Thanks for calling in, and please call in next time. Guys, 10 more minutes left. Please hit the like button. And also, please call in if you want to. I've got 10 more minutes on the live stream. So if you have any questions, call in right now. You have 10 minutes to do so. In the meantime, hit the like button on this live stream. We want to get out to as much people as possible. All right,
Quick
thank
question.
you, Lion Menelik. Carry on. Hold on, let me finish my point, Leon Davis. Lion Menelik, please call back later on, and thank you for calling in. Carry on, Leon Davis.
Quick question for you. And we talked about, you mentioned 3 great places there you had gone earlier, Portugal, Germany, and Morocco. What were some places that surprised you that weren't quite what you thought, and that you would give some insight on the reasons why they weren't?
Oh, definitely Vancouver, Canada. In terms of how much they check for brothers over there, like in terms of it being a hotspot, in terms of it being the only city apart from Germany where, you know, every race of women are checking for brothers on social media, in the clubs. It was crazy in Vancouver.
So like Yaletown, like that area?
Gastown, Yaletown,
Yeah.
East Vancouver. It was crazy. You know, I need to head down there again. And Montreal, Canada, apparently is even better or just as good. So I need to head up there as well.
Cool. Yeah, my ex-wife is from there, so I can I can concur.
Actually, tell me more about your ex-wife. You said she was Indian, grew up in Canada. How did you meet her? And was she, you know, feminine? And why did you end up with her? So give us your story.
Great question. So I lived out in San Francisco for about 7 years. Lived in the Pac Heights. She was down in the Marina, and we met. Man, I mean, beautiful Punjab Indian woman with her girlfriend. Her girlfriend was from Toronto. I met them at Ian Schrager. I don't know if you know that name. He came out with the first boutique hotels, big one in San Francisco. I was at an event there, met her, and you know, these folks brought me to the Marina and showed me the wine country and just blew my mind. You know, here I am, a kid from Esplanade, 147th and Lenox. For all you folks out there in New York that know that, here I'm on the left coast at an opening party, and these girls like stole my drink. You know, I'm sitting here having a conversation, and we stayed there until about 4 a.m. in the morning. Story a little longer. I mean, the bottom line is that I end up staying there an extra 4 days. And to your point about Canada, Canada is just one of those spaces where it has all the sort of equal trimmings of the United States, but because, you know, of the culture of the French, as well as their similarity of Britain in many ways, they're socially acute. You know, it is the most diverse territory in all of Americas. They have like somewhere near 17 or 18 different cultures. So growing up in school, you know, their schooling is free, the education, they're highly educated, they're multicultural. And so for her meeting me, it wasn't a big deal. And so I gotta really give the credit to her, because I never thought in a million years I'd be marrying as an African American and Punjab Indian, right? But I can tell you, once I got that light to understand that they're open for conversation, I tell all brothers that, you know, it's just, you're so right. We're so admired, and it's just a matter of knowing how to qualify and close, right? What I mean is that you're hearing someone that wants to give you that presence, that personal space. They're willing to listen and embrace your dialogue. And then it's just a matter of you just doing what we do natural, right? Because we're creative beings, you know. Our swag is understood. And I think, you know, she embraced that. And before you know it, you know, 2 years later, we were living together. And just to let you know, I had never been married. You know, I was like 47 years old when I did that. So I had seen it all. I had a child down in Colombia, but there was nothing like that Indian woman, and I end up marrying her. And I think, you know, Montreal is a double face. I went to school in New England, so I traveled up there a lot, probably over 23 years, back and forth to Montreal. Great jazz festival. Any of you guys want to see this place, there's two things you got to do in Canada. You got to do the Caribbean Parade in Toronto, and you have to do the jazz festival. I mean, unreal, like you said. And so she just came from a culture where it was cool with her, you know. The mistake that I made is, and I don't think it was a mistake because I was older, I was mature. I think sometimes there's a difference between that honeymoon stage and then, like you said, bringing them back to American and letting them be involved in the culture. Because once we stepped out of San Francisco, came back to New York for an assignment, which I had, it was a whole, it was like night and day. I mean, all the haters came out. I was with this beautiful woman, and rightfully so, but you have so many people, sisters hating you. I had people always having comments, man. It was like I was in a different world. And so I think you're right when you say, be very careful when you bring something prized back from somewhere else and you think that what you experienced where you were in that foreign territory will be the same in the town, the city that you'll be in, because it's not the same.
Let me stop you there before you carry on. Yeah, hate is a big thing, you know, in terms of who brothers date. I've noticed that, you know, when other people see brothers, even black people, you know, whatever race they are, white, Asian, whenever they see brothers with good-looking women, you know, especially if she's not black, the hate is just too much. The hate's crazy. But speaking of that, yeah.
I mean, and I went through it for, you know, I was married for 9 years, beautiful child, daughter now. But I can tell you, just really, really, that's why I say, I think that the real move is to step out of this place, you know, North America. I mean, and leave imperialism, because there's just too much history against us.
Damn. So are you saying that's what ended your marriage, the hate?
Oh, absolutely, man. I have no problem with my ex now. I mean, because she's you know, I wouldn't have, as a mature adult, I wouldn't have gotten into something that I thought had no chance at that age, right? At 47, had my daughter at 48. I wouldn't have done that after traveling most of the world. But after being with her for 3 years, there was no doubt that we were definitely in line with each other. But the moment I brought her back to New York and she started working, and actually she didn't have to work the first 2 years when she had my daughter. I had people hating on her, thinking that I was keeping her at home and isolating her. And, you know, I just had an open relationship. She could do whatever the hell she wanted. But there were people that just couldn't see an Indian woman with a black man. It's sort of that movie called Mississippi Masala. If any of you guys have seen that, it's identical.
I've heard of that. So you had an open relationship in your marriage? What?
No, I should put a quotation on it. When I say open, meaning like, you know, I wasn't a fanatic where I tried to control my woman. I had yeah. I mean, my old lady had a master's degree from McGill University, which is the Harvard of you know, Canada, all of Canada. And she was a professional at you know, professional social services and pediatric care in New York, and worked in San Francisco in the same capacity. But the moment I got her back around a community, and I lived, you know, we lived in Midtown. It wasn't like we were, you know, kind of off the path. It's just, man, the worst thing I could have done is had her around my family. I had my sister hating on me at the wedding. We got married on Victoria Island up near Toronto, and my family came, and half my family wouldn't speak to me for almost a year. I mean, it was just crazy, man.
Jeez. Whoa. Okay. So, how old was your wife then? Were you older than your wife, like 10 years?
9 years. I'm 9.5. Yeah, 9.5 years. Yeah.
I'm guessing. Did you file for divorce? Did you initiate divorce proceedings or was it her?
Nah, well, I should back up on that. I think some of it was my fault because as a proud man, I didn't give in. I fought every situation. And I think you need to have, at that age, I couldn't be told how I was going to manage my relationship and myself around her friends, around her family. I didn't give in. You know, you have to realize I was born in the 60s. So for me, you know, and grew up with my father and mother being married for 57 years. So I wasn't this guy that was going to go along with the program. You know, I was going to stand up for what was right, which was my freedom to say and embrace what I thought was right for the marriage. And that's not always the case when you're around people who are hating. They don't want the best. So you either listen and go along, or, you know, you stand up like me and face the consequences. And I faced the consequences. You know, I had her parents, you know, just whittle away. I had her friends, you know, try to take her away. And, you know, I gave up. You know, I just, you know, I didn't stick around, you know. So I started finding myself to travel and really wanted to forget about the marriage. But after like 6 years, the three were tough. So what's my point? You can never find out and know what's right or wrong. The only definitive denominator is time, right? And so I needed more time out of this country with her, and I'd still be married. This is not the country.
Yeah.
The black man is not held in regard here. And if you think you can change things, maybe an athlete, they'll accept you if you're an athlete or entertainer, or, you know, you're trying to make them jumper. But if you're a man out here making your bones, trying to make your money and stand up at every turn, I would have issues. I'd go to the licensing division, DMV. I had the woman hating behind the, you know, we go out to dinner. I mean, who's it? You know, it was just always something, man. It was really a shocking blow, man.
So both of you agreed to go separate ways.
Yeah, I mean, she initiated it, you know, I mean, because, you know, I was backed in a corner and I didn't react cool and calm after 6 years. You know, I blew up on her mom, and, you know, I told people to get out of the house, you know, out of the townhouse. You know, I wouldn't tolerate her friends taking her away when my daughter was, you know, 9 months, wanted to spend some time up in Canada. I mean, what do you mean? This is my daughter. You know, I kind of overreacted because of the pain, you know, and that was just a reason for her friends to say, see, you know, I fell into a very, very crafty, sophisticated, you know, sort of strategy to depart us. And the sad thing is that she's one of my best friends now. You know, I mean, it's amazing. And, you know, people have moved on. Some have died. Some have gotten married. So those same friends aren't in our same space. But I could never go back to that again, because I can't live here. I can't live in the United States. You know, it's not for us.
Yeah. Hey, you just spoke huge facts, bro. When you divorced her, did she take half your stuff or more?
Oh, absolute. I had a Frank Lloyd Wright out in on an acre and a third in Monument, Colorado. I had some decent property, 4-unit building behind the Russian embassy in Washington, D.C. You know, and everything, all the liquidity, she took half, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah. And the fact is she came for money, which made it even more dangerous, because they just had more than guys. I had my split in Supreme Court. There's family court and Supreme Court. When they want to take all your shit, they take you to Supreme Court. And it wasn't, I don't wish this on my worst enemy. I mean, you listen to Chris Rock talk about his divorce on Netflix. That's all I got to say.
Yo,
like,
man, this is messed up, man.
Yeah, I got smashed, man.
Like half your properties, your money, your assets. You took half.
Everything, liquidity. Yeah, man. And I'm an old man.
At least you didn't take more than half. You know, sometimes it can go really bad. They might even take 70% of your assets and give it to.
Well, there's a flip to that. It cost me almost 90 grand to bring in the right technicians to protect that.
So did you get half of her stuff as well?
Well, that's interesting because she had something. Her family was pretty bright because they thought I was, going to come in and swipe out. They had something called, you guys look this up, it's called a rabbi trust. That's all I'm going to say on that. Yeah. Rabbi trust. I mean, you don't know about these things, not unless you step into world of wealth and strategic planning and I'm not going to get into her family and what they have and what they do, but I can tell you this, they came strong and right. And I got buried, I couldn't, my divorce took almost 3 years.
Damn. So I put it on the screen, Rabbi Trust. Is that how you spell it, right? Rabbi.
Like the rabbi, Jewish rabbi.
Hey, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's what most men fear the most. So that Rabbi Trust stopped you from getting any of her assets. Did you not sign a prenup? You didn't sign anything?
Yeah, basically, in short, what it is that, and this is, it's interesting because now I'm protecting myself in this, right? It basically is an entity. It's almost like an existing, irrevocable trust, right? Basically, you assign a principal, but it acts as a business entity, and no taxes come out. The money goes in, and it's almost like an umbrella insurance policy. And if anyone tries to come after you, basically it separates your income directly from your social security number or your EIN number, which is a business identification number, right? And it sits on its own. So it would take, it's like Teflon, it just takes, in the court of law, the monies can't be touched. And it separates the individual from any income that's earned. And so whatever income that you have, she had, right? A portion of it in any of her savings was put into that, which meant in the divorce, like her half should have been split with me. And it was close. It was a heavy 6-figure. I couldn't touch that.
Damn. Yo,
yeah.
You're saying this Rabbi Trust is more powerful than a prenup?
Oh, absolute. Because even now, you take a look at, for example, you go out west and you take a look at what's his name, the brother that had the aneurysm, the musician, the producer,
Dr. Dre.
Yeah, Dr. Dre. Right? She ended up getting $2 million a month, right?
Damn.
And she and a huge amount of money up front. And they had a prenup. So what a prenup does is that it just sets the guidelines, basically, of what you really can't get at, like the real main core of what your income is. Like she can't get ridiculous, like with his Dr. Dre Beats money that came from Apple, right? Or any of his other, bigger plays, right? But from the cost of living adjustment, if she's got great attorneys, I mean, you don't stand a chance. And I didn't have a prenup only because much of my earnings, much of my accumulation came during the marriage, that's why I got whacked. And I thought she had much more money than I did, which she did, her family did. And I never thought that they'd come after me. Right. But I lost 50% for sure, man.
Damn. Hey, sorry to hear that, dude. When you got married, did you sign a prenup, both of you, or no?
No, man. I didn't, only because at the time that I married, I only had like one property out in Colorado. But I accumulated my other 5 units, which I had one 4-unit building and another condo in DC, which was high valued. they took from me. I mean, basically I had to liquidate because obviously I couldn't have her on the deed, and she wanted her money up front. So I had to sell those properties. So I took.
So you went through all of that, and actually, sorry, carry on your point. Sorry.
No. What questions do you have? I think you got it. I mean,
so you went through all of that, and you're still best friends with her.
Well, not quite best friends, but I can tell you, this is what separates Canada from some American women, right? They're very poised, very likable group of people. Hey, everyone's, they give you that flash with the hand and everything's kumbaya. But underneath, I'm tell you, man, that's what I said, that, she's like any other woman, I mean, they all want what they want. You have to look at the temperament of the beast, the species that you're dealing with. Women by nature, okay, need to be supported and will take. That's just what they are. And they'll take what they can the easiest way. That's what, I mean, look what's going on now with Governor Cuomo. Look how this Me Too movement, they're crying the blues that, no one, they can't get into high tech. They can't do this. They can't do that.
Hey, don't mention that kind of story, man.
Okay, I just, I can go on for hours. Yeah. And so, hey, like, we have to understand who we are embracing, because he's that side of the lane, they're out here with their YouTube. That's why I'm so happy what you're doing, brother, because they do this on the regular. See, for some reason or another, we males believe like, that ain't me, or I'm going to allow, I don't got time for that, Meanwhile, these women are in these small circles like this, sharing information, figuring out how they can get ahead. And look at it now, man. I mean, just think about, I guess, I have, I'm almost 60. So for me, I remember back in the 60s, man, when you could really literally, and I'm not promoting this at all, I mean, you would leave your auntie's house and your uncle was beating the hell out of the woman, and like the cops would just come and say, get over it. And now, I mean, you got to be careful. You out here, I would never close the door. And I feel sorry for anyone who's born after 1980. The man is just not what he is. Think about this gentleman who was the governor of New York, of how right now he's being attacked. I mean, like, it's
crazy. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. And so I wouldn't want to.
Hold up, bro. Guys, this is knowledge we're giving you guys. This is the first time I've ever heard of the Rabbi Trust. Guys, hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. If you're new to the stream, hit that like button. We need to get this video out to many brothers. I personally didn't know about the Rabbi Trust. I'm going to research that heavily in my personal time.
Absolutely.
See how, brothers are getting screwed over by things that we don't know. Like Zion Train just said now, knowledge is power. To know is power. There are many things in this world that will benefit your life that many people are not aware of. Only the elites, the guys in the high places know these things that they can protect themselves. Guys, hit this like button. No jokes, man. Hit the like button.
Can I say one thing real quick?
I have a question.
Hold up. Let's take it in turns first.
Okay.
Go on, D. You go first.
All right. So, the Rabbi Trust, is it tied to like a religion? Because just the name of it, I'm assuming it's like a religion thing. Is it tied to a religion, or just anybody could do it?
I'm gonna let International talk on it. I think he's knowledgeable enough to understand how that name derives from being protected, right?
Yeah. Research that yourself, D, because I don't want to go into speak about certain people, because you know how YouTube is with certain religion people. Yeah, you got to keep it very PG.
Well, I'm gonna drop some quick words that don't dive deep, right? I can give you this. The correlation to most worldly wealth is usually in the confines and control of a certain species, right? You
Yeah.
got lions.
Hey, dude. No.
Okay. All right.
All
I
right.
just,
And one
yeah,
more thing. I want to drop in intel. One more thing.
yeah.
For those of you who you know, if it's okay, for those of you who want to travel, there's a website called Scott Cheap Flight. You could just Google it. It's called Scott Cheap Flights, and you can get flights for ridiculously cheap. I'm talking about very cheap. And you know, it could be with, you know, real companies. I mean, official like flights like Delta or Air France or whatever. But yeah, it's called Scott Cheap Flights. That's what it's called. So yeah, that's it.
Cool.
All right, thanks, mate. Thanks, T. Who had a question for Leon Davis next? Was it Reezy 101?
Yo, what's up?
Did you have a question for Leon Davis?
Well, first things first, Leon, I want to say, you know, I'm sorry that you had to go through that, man. You know, every day I get older, man, I get more assured that marriage is not in the cards for me personally, just for what I've been through.
Not
But
at all. No.
yeah, no, I appreciate you sharing your story, and you know, I'm so grateful that we're all able to pass this information along, so that way, you know, you're saving the next brothers from getting caught up in that, you know, mess. And I just hopped back up on the stream because I was you said you were gonna have like 10 more minutes left on, and I didn't know if you had any questions left for me about Minnesota, but I would just say for Leon, yeah, man, I checked out that Netflix special with Chris Rock. I do highly recommend checking that out because he was pretty honest on that. And yeah, I mean, did you have any questions left regarding Minnesota at all, or did you want to say that towards like to the very end? I was just curious.
You know, I mean,
Okay.
I've spent a lot of time in Minnie. Okay. You know, I have some family there downtown. I think I think over the last 10 years, one thing I do like about Minnie, there's a great Habash, there's a great Ethiopian and an Eritrean population. And, you know, everybody knows about the snow bunnies, but the real hidden gem there is not necessarily in the general population. If you can get out to the Twin Cities and really embrace that East African group, it's heaven, you know, and it just takes a different type of mindset. What I mean by mindset, you have to be open, you have to kind of step out of your space, step into theirs. And if you're able to, you know, eat their food with your hands and go to their events, they're some of the best women on the planet. They're sleepers. I actually, right before I met my Punjab wife, I dated one. It was the worst mistake I made. I should have married her. And she was from Minneapolis, actually. Um, I mean, she was literally feeding me at dinner with her hands. I mean, it was insane. It was just like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I dated her for like 3 years. And when I moved to San Francisco, we kind of broke up. But Minneapolis is a gem, man. People talk about that whole Floyd issue and the black and white issue, but the real gem there is the Ethiopians and East Africans, man. The women are just pure there. And they're open. They're open to brothers, you know, but you got to come with your A game. You know, you can't be splitting verbs. You can't, you know, you got to have your financial situation together, and you got to be humble and helpful. And they will give you the world.
All right, thanks for that, Leon Davis. I'm going to move on to El Selector. Do you have a question for either me or Leon Davis?
Yeah, I think I know for Leon and the gentleman from Minnesota, I know Minnesota has a lot of Somalians, so I think that's the East Africans. They have a huge Somalian population, just because out in Toronto there's a huge Somalian population. I see a lot of them drive over from Minneapolis out to Toronto, so I meet a lot of them and whatnot. Um, yeah, so that's about it as far as that goes. Yeah, a lot of Somalians there. I don't know what the Somalian girls are like out there, but if they're like the Somalian girls in Toronto, just be very wary. But it is what it is. All right, man.
Tell us more about the Somali girls in Toronto, mate.
Oh man.
Don't get too
Just
explicit or hate or show any hatred.
let
Just
me
tell
tell you
us
something.
how they
This
are.
I don't know, man. I'll tell you. Yeah, yeah. No, yeah. Just be careful. They're just they're all over the place, man. I don't know. They're not really. I don't want to say anything negative, but just be very wary of them when you're dealing with them. They can go left really quickly. I'll leave it at that.
It's
Hey,
facts. No, even up here, Somalian chicks are beautiful. They're just like any other women. Not to chime in and cut no one off, but yeah, no, I last year, like I was kind of dealing with a Somalian chick, and it was so fast. I thought we were at her friend's house, and then she was giving me choosing signals, but then next thing you know, her friend runs back into the apartment and she's like, my husband is coming, my husband is coming. And so me and my brother just looked at each other like, all right, we gotta leave. So, and she did not tell me at all that this was
Yeah,
some other man's house. I thought this was an all-female apartment. She completely left that out. I was like, oh my goodness. Like I'm like, man, it's kind of good. I still to this day, I'm like, man, that's probably a good thing that I wasn't getting none.
damn. Hey, yeah, thanks for that intel, El
yeah.
Selector.
I tell guys all the time though, just be careful with them because I'm telling you right now, we've had some experiences with some of them, and it can go left real quick. They're a different kind of people over there, but yeah.
All right, thanks for that, bro. JP Muscardi, do you have any questions for any member of this panel?
Well, not any, not really, but I did hear about the Rabbi Trust before, back when I was working in because I used to be in banking back in New York, and I used to work in a Jewish community, so I got to know a lot of the people in the community, and I've heard about it before, but I always thought you had to be a rabbi or in some sort of congregation to be able to get something like that. And as for the East African women, I will say be careful if you do want to marry one, because I've heard that a lot of their families expect dowries, and I don't think brothers want to pay to marry a woman.
Dowries, is that money? Is that Ethiopian money? I'm guessing.
Well, usually it's like some form of payment to be able to get the woman's hand in marriage. I know it's really big in Ethiopia. I'm not too sure about Somalia, but just look into that, because some of them, it's really big in their cultures. So you just want to be wary of something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
want to.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I
I don't
agree
know.
too. He's right.
Yeah, I don't know some Western African countries. Some of them do it with money, but others do it with this thing called woro. Is this type? I don't know how you call it in English, but they call it woro, and you have to give that in, and it costs like roughly like $200 or so, or three. So yeah, some form of payment just to get hand in marriage. Yeah, so that's true.
Okay, all right. Thanks for that intel. This stream is going very well, so I might push it 10, 20 more minutes going forward. I'll end the stream. There's 53 people here right now. Guys, hit the like button. Leron Davis and everyone else in the panel have dropped mad game. Mad game. Please hit the like button. Let's get this video out to many brothers to educate themselves, to make sure we can help improve as much people's lives as possible. Let's help each other out. Help me out on this channel and this live stream. Hit that like button. Thank you very much. Guys, thank you for the I've learned a lot myself now. I'm not gonna lie. The Rabbi Trust, getting married, this has been an incredible live stream. Leron Davis, so tell us about the woman you're dealing with now? How did you get over your divorce and so forth?
In the short, I would just say that I'm still healing. I'd be remiss if I sat here and said, hey, you know, I took it like a champ and moved on. Quite the opposite. You know, I have a daughter involved, and literally through very strong intelligence, through legal attorneys on their behalf, you know, I just came out on the not the short end. I see my daughter, you know, I speak to her every day, you know, and I see her three times a month. But I grew up around my mother and father, so for me, it was a loss, and it affected me mentally. You know, it affected me to the point where, um, you know, I had to really, I had to see a psychiatrist. You know, and you know, I'm a pretty, you know, I'm 6'5" dude, got my shit together, you know, kind of think I done it all, had it all, fast cars, traveling. And it really destroyed me. And I'm letting you brothers know right now is that, and I think international passport speaks about it well. You know, I was really, really, and I think he should really have the floor and talk more about it. You know, we need to really have a foundation for ourselves. You know, when you think about, ironically, when a plane goes down, the first thing they say before you can even help your child is put the oxygen mask over yourself first. And I think so many times, you know, we're out there with the swag, we trying to like, he talked about it earlier, you know, forget all the imagery, you know, the clothes, the cars. I mean, we need to just buckle down and put that oxygen mask over ourselves. So what does that mean? That means, you know, find yourself equipped to deal with the headwind that's out here. It's real. You know, what does that mean? You know, we have general population trying to bury us. We got our own sisters now moving ahead, them putting them in front of us. We're about to be disposed. And if you think I'm playing, the imagery is already happening. Think about the commercials and things that you see now with general population with our sisters now. Listen to Chris Rock, how he talked about when he went in the courtroom with the man with all that money and power. He recognized when he looked around, he was the lowest man on the totem pole. That's the way they treated him. And this is happening to us. And so I say to you, but part of my experience, when you say what happened to the marriage, I found a woman who was in love with me and I was in love with her, and it couldn't be better. I waited 47 years to get married. I didn't do anything silly. I didn't go to Mexico. You know, this woman told me she wanted to have my child and she wanted to get married. And that I experienced that after 3 years being with her, 2 years living with her and traveling the world with her. And I had people literally come out of the woodwork and try to rip us down, tear us apart. And so my only point is that I think we need more dialogue like this. But more importantly, we have to look at ourselves and say, what can we do to prepare ourselves for all this headwind? Well, we need resources. The brother's talking about understanding crypto, you know, financially making sure that you can take care of yourself. And when you can do that, everything else happens. The women will come. This is why the general population, they're males, they can keep getting married over and over because resources are plentiful. They'll take a hit and keep moving, right? We take a hit, it wobbles us, we go down. But when you have a stream of income and capital your way and you controlling your destiny, everything else falls in place, you know? And I just think that we are just too talented to just be, you know, performers and imagery folks, you know, out there hoping that people buy into us. And I understand why that's happening. We come from a privileged background. We were brought here the way we were. Our women were stripped from us. Our families were split. And so less than a generation, You know, we're barely voting, right? So we have some catching up to do. And I think the way we do that is we have brothers like International Passport open his platform with great intelligence, sharing his knowledge, but more importantly, being patient enough for us to speak. That's big because there's a lot of folks out there on these type of mediums that want to basically, you know, control the entire forum, right? And he's asking us questions to give to him. And I just want to, as a brother being a little older, I think it's great that he's come with this platform. I don't even know him, so I'm not hyping him. It's just great to see this, that we're sharing knowledge. But in closing, I just think it starts with us first. We just need to stop all the hype, focus ourselves, and find out where we're going to go. You know, plot yourself out. You know, how can I get my resources? Once you get your resources, then where do I want to take my dreams? And once you're hitting all your cylinders, the women will come, the travels will come. You won't have to fake it. You know, you're in your groove. And so that's the knowledge that I, you know, kind of lay down and think I hopefully we get a takeaway from.
Hey, thank you for that, Leon Davis. Incredible closing statement. I appreciate that. I'm sure that a lot of brothers have taken into them the game you've just dropped on this live stream. You know, this is the best live stream possibly I've done so far. You know, you telling me about the Rabbi Trust, I guarantee I'm going to be reading that all day tomorrow. That's incredible. You know, things like that brothers need to know. You know, a lot of brothers marrying without protecting their assets. A lot of brothers, because they are such big simps, they're going to marry and not protect the money they've made, the property they've bought, you know, just because the woman's beautiful. You know, look up prenups, look up the Rabbi Trust, protect yourself, you know, and there's no shame in putting yourselves first. Because I noticed that a lot of black men don't like putting themselves first. Well, guess what? Black women nowadays are putting themselves first. Let me repeat that. Black women nowadays are putting themselves first. So it's only right for black men to start putting themselves first. Get power, get knowledge, get wealth. You know, there's no shame in prioritizing your needs. 2021 onwards, there's going to be a different mentality change for many brothers worldwide. I see it coming because we've been screwed over for too long now. Put yourselves first and everything will fall into place. So right now, I'm going to go through everyone in the panel for last questions. If you want to call in right now. I'm going to close the stream in 5 minutes, 10 minutes time. Starting with D, what's your closing statement, bro?
My closing statement, travel, get your passport, get all of that, because it's probably one of the best things you could ever own. Trust me. Take it from me, I traveled to like over 5 different countries in my life, and I traveled multiple times. So please, 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 please travel. It is very, very important. It will help open up your mind, open up your horizon, and also learn new languages. If you speak English, that's great, but try to at least learn a second and a third language. I speak 7, but that I learned over the years. But if you speak 2 to 3 languages, you'll do great. And that's it.
All right, thanks for that, D. Appreciate that. Leon Davis, I'll give you one more closing statement. Do you have a closing statement at all?
Yeah, it's just 3 quick touch points. Health, time, and knowledge. You got your health, you're going to live a long while, right? You're going to live a long while to know more. Health, time, and knowledge. And thank you for this platform, IP.
You're welcome, Leon Davis. We're going to get that live stream going. Yeah, it seems like you have a lot of knowledge. Please get in touch with me on Instagram or Twitter, and we'll set that up. Going on to Reezy 101, what is your closing statement? We can't hear you, bro. I'll come back to you later on, yeah? JP Muscardi, what's your closing statement?
I will definitely agree with well everything everyone said, but especially Leron, focus on yourself. I mean, and if you want to get married, I know marriage is not for everyone. Take your time. I'm kind of in a similar situation as Leron. I'm going through a divorce, but I've never been happier because I've been focusing on myself. I've been focusing on, getting knowledge and focusing on my career, and I'm happy with the way my life is turning out. I mean, granted, I didn't want to go through a divorce, but it enlightened me on where I wanted my life to go and how I what steps I needed to take, and focus on learning about real estate, crypto, stocks, especially I would say if you can learn about real estate, you should, because in real estate, it makes more millionaires than any other industry out there. I mean, yes, crypto is good and stocks is good. I believe, diversifying in, a little bit of everything. But yeah, and especially travel. And that's what I plan on doing this year. And so forth. I want to be able to experience different cultures, meet different people, just go out there and experience the world instead of staying in America. But yeah, just focus on yourself and do what you need to do to get ahead and live your best life.
Hey, sorry to hear about your divorce. Where's your wife from? Is she Black American?
She is Haitian American. I'm Haitian American as well.
Oh man, sorry to hear about that. Hopefully you don't get screwed over and you keep your assets. Do you have a prenup or rabbi trust in place at all?
No, but the good thing is that in the state of Florida, for her to really come after you, you have to be married for at least 8 years.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so we were married, well, just ironically just past was our 4th year, which should have been our 4th year anniversary. But so the only thing that she can really come after me for, unfortunately, is child support. But
that's another channel.
yes. That is another big thing.
JP
I didn't even get
Muscardi.
to that. I didn't get to that one.
Hold on, Leron. JP Muscardi. Did you get married in Florida?
No, we actually got married in New York, but the statute of it is that it depends on how long. Most states, it depends on how long you've been married for, depends on whether or not the woman can actually come after your assets or not. If I'm not mistaken, I think New York is like 5 or 6 years, but it really just depends. It varies from state to state on, if the woman can, how long you've been married. It determines how much the woman can actually come after you for.
So how come you're getting divorced in Florida if you got married in New York?
Because we both had moved down to Florida, so that's where our primary residence is. So we're able to actually do the divorce proceedings in Florida.
Okay. All right. Hopefully it goes well for you, JP Muscardi.
Yeah.
Okay, take it easy. Thank you for the closing statement.
Yeah.
Let's see. Reezy 101. Do you have any closing statements at all?
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
All right, so yeah, my phone's on 1%, so I'm gonna just be real quick and short and sweet with it. International, I want to say, yo, thank you for being a selfless brother. You could have been so selfish with all your travel information. I got my passport already. Like I said, there are circumstances beyond my control that prevented me from even going overseas, but I will be doing that. And yeah, to all the fellas out there, keep your heads up. We kings, especially to God. For American Black men, we're God's choice. We are walking miracles. It's time to stop being humble. Protect yourself with women. Smash with a condom. and keep NDAs, non-disclosures, and just have fun. Don't even just do it just for women.
Awesome. Thank you for that closing statement, Reezy 101. And I'll see you on my next live stream. I'll come back to you, our
Keep
selector.
NDAs, non-disclosures.
Yeah, take it easy, mate. Charles Jones, what's going on? Do you have any statements, closing statements for the stream?
Just that.
That's the dude right there. Get your passports, bros.
Some stamps.
That's what I'm talking about. Get your passports, everyone. Yo, thanks for calling in, Charles Jones.
Talk to you next week, man.
All right, take it easy, mate. El Selector, what's your closing statement, bro?
Basically, all I want to say to guys is this: make sure you please pay off your debts. If you got personal debts such as credit card, student loan, you got a car that you financing, you got to pay that off, or you got a huge mortgage that you're still paying off. Make sure you clear all your debts off so you can have money in the bank. You see what I'm saying? The key number is making sure you get to number 0. 0 is a very important number. Once you go from 0 and you start making money, everything goes up from there. So make your debts. Also, another thing as well is make sure, you invest some of that. Make sure you invest your money. So whatever you invest your money in, whatever it is, it could be anything from owning a property to owning a restaurant to owning some stocks to owning some crypto to owning land. It doesn't matter. You can have a farm. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you get ownership in certain stuff. Make sure that you invest your money wisely, and also to go out there and get your passport, put some money down, invest whatever money you have, put it down on a passport. You see what I'm saying? Make sure you get one of those passports and start traveling the world. There's opportunity everywhere. The world is bigger than your neighborhood. The world's bigger than your block. The world's bigger than your hood. The world's bigger than your projects or your suburbs or wherever you're from. The world is huge. You see what I'm saying? Planet Earth is really big. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there are, so it's so important that people get your passports and just make sure you use it and go out there and see what's out there. And I'm sure you're gonna see opportunity out there. So please, like this man is showing his passport, global entry, make sure that you get that on deck. And also too, protect yourself, protect yourself. Just protect yourself out here. You hear stories these guys are telling, it may sound like horror stories to some dudes, but this is just regular life. You feel me? So it's so important that you protect yourself and protect your wealth and protect yourself. That's all I gotta say.
All right, thanks for that, El Selector. Appreciate that closing statement. Guys, I'm going to end the stream now. Before I do close it, please hit the like button one more time. If you just joined the stream, please support this channel just by liking the button. And I will be publishing this video straight after, so you guys can rewatch it again. Make sure you comment in the comment boxes below the video. Ask me any questions. Just support the channel in any way. Comment on all my videos, especially this video. I want it to go viral because a lot of game was dropped by Leron Davis, and I will try and get him on a separate live stream, just me and him speaking about divorce, marriage, how you can vet women. He has a lot of experience, with women in his life. He's a bit older than all of us, so please support the channel by liking this video, comment on this video once it's published, and I will see you guys on my next video. Take it easy, look after yourselves, and get your passports. See you guys. Take care.